Check. You see the audio levels?
I see the audio levels.
Oh man, we somewhere different now. We moving on up to the living room.
Okay.
This is the living room. What is this?
The den.
Moving on up to the den. Fuck you, hey.
From the den.
From the dungeon to the den.
From the dungeon to the den.
First of all,
So that's the episode name.
it's Happy Black History Month, y'all.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Somebody said it's 100 years of Black history.
Why y'all was about to come in this motherfucker? Whoa.
That's the first thing I see when you.
That's Jamila text message.
I'm like, God, that first day of Black History Month, you watching like.
Nah, you
Nigga,
can't. We can change the seats. This thing at 2.
Because like on Twitter,
That don't even look like porn.
It's a face shot, so I'm thinking.
A face shot.
Oh, so that's what you like. Nigga be on POV. Got it.
Hey, ain't I mean, listen, man, I think I'm gonna stop watching porn.
Oh.
Watch it. Last night, guys.
No. Like 2 weeks ago, maybe.
2 weeks. That's fresh.
Yeah.
You still remember the exact video?
Nah.
Yes, you do.
I be just rolling through Twitter, man. Y'all ain't gonna lie to you. The
First
hardest
of
part
all-
about watching porn is finding the right one. That's the hardest part about it.
Why does everybody, y'all Twitter is something.
Turn your mic.
Yeah,
That's your face into That's your face into She got 2 mics.
My bad. First of all, everybody always saying that like Twitter be like full of porn. My Twitter do not be full of porn. It's y'all algorithm. Y'all, yeah, cause y'all Twitter just not. Y'all is horny.
Better than me?
Yes, I do.
It only take one time you looking at something for a little too long. Next thing you know, oh, you like that, huh? Got it.
Y'all be liking shit. That's what it is.
I was about to
I
say, it's lit. No.
A
But
bookmark.
that's what I say. You don't have to bookmark no more. They don't show the likes on Twitter no more.
I don't trust that. They'll turn that bitch on one day and I was like, no, I never trusted that. Hell no.
Nah, Twitter bookmarks is hell.
Y'all are hilarious. I don't do none of that.
Oh my God. Oh, brother. Congratulations.
First of all,
What you mean?
Congratulations.
I don't be liking and bookmarking stuff on Twitter.
No. You be watching porn though.
No, I don't watch porn.
Bro, she's dry as hell. Like, congratulations.
Never been dry. Relax. Relax.
Like, get the fuck out of here. Okay.
Niagara Falls, get it together. Come on now.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Relax.
So how was y'all weeks, my niggas? How was y'all weeks?
I have a pretty good week.
Why was it so good?
Very productive.
I guess you
Did I get any work done?
Yeah.
Jay!
You got a lot of work done. Oh, shit. And like extra credit and all that. You know, when it kind of get work done, I feel like I'm just getting too old. Like, I get one piece of work done and that's done. Like, you know,
For the week?
Oh, no, not the week. No. We get a lot of work done in the week, but like at one time, I gotta time block right. You know what I'm saying? I gotta compartmentalize. Like I gotta do some work here. I'm too old, bro. I used to work all fucking day.
Mm-hmm.
No, I just need to put time in between my work hours. You know what I'm saying?
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, okay, everybody.
What did they call it?
And-
Daily sprints.
I get incremental with me. You know what I'm
And
saying?
Alex is unemployed?
Yeah.
Alex keeps someone unemployed. He the only one with a job in this motherfucker.
Unemployed, man.
Holy
Work.
shit.
Alex got his hair done. I don't know if he really unemployed.
And we're getting done.
Alex be working under the table.
Jamila, are you on the same page or?
No.
She's not acting like she's.
I'm really not. We not talking about
She's talking about you unemployed now?
I'm talking about work.
We talking about work.
Oh! I really thought we had went. Okay. Let's try to do this.
She said you unemployed now?
I was like, wait, you quit?
That nigga been unemployed.
Knock on wood.
Oh,
That nigga,
okay, nah.
Tommy.
Oh, so that's why you said, oh, you can't go work to work. You can't
I hate her.
I'm like, right, like, okay.
Like, nigga old, then he really old.
I'm like, the fuck this age got to do with this? Like,
You was dreading getting older. She like, damn, I ain't gonna be able to do no work.
that's what happens when you have a pure mind.
Sure.
So you ain't realize that you said you got a lot of work done?
You know what I'm saying? Now that I know. You know what I'm saying? It was a slow week for me. Not much Not much work got done.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Self-employed.
I like that. That was cute. That was cute.
You feel me?
That was cute.
Self-employed is funny as hell.
Yeah.
Man, you know what's funny? Because even speaking of self-employed, man, it's like, man, I remember I miss having a job. Because it's, tax time come around, you about to get paid. But as an entrepreneur, I fucking dread tax time. It's like,
You ain't doing it right then.
shit.
You ain't doing it right. All this shit you done bought this year, you got a lot of shit to write off.
You still don't get paid back for it. You just write it off so you don't have to pay as much. You still got to pay.
You shouldn't have to pay much.
To file as an independent worker, I am so anxious.
Hey, look.
Also because I haven't
Yeah,
stopped
look.
in the last 2 years.
That my
Do you
son.
keep
I was
all
about
your
to say, I ain't
receipts?
filing this year. This is my first year I ain't filing. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Did you keep all your receipts?
receipts.
Fuck.
I kept a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I got some banks. But whoever my tax person is, you know what I'm saying? Like, you do that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm stressed
I don't know what y'all be out. Listen, I've been filing mine independently for the past. I got a kid. I claim. Listen, I don't know what y'all talking about.
But you got W-2, correct?
No, I do not. I just have a very great tax person, and I write every fucking thing off. I don't give a damn what it is.
I was doing my own tax. Well, I was trying to last year, and that's when I had like all of these miscellaneous, the W-9s, the 1099s, kind of those. So I was like, okay, let me do this, and it was just so incredibly stressful that I didn't know what I was doing, and it's just not easy the same way as like if you have a W-2, you literally just plug that shit in and go. I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, and it was not making sense. I was like, fuck this. I just stopped doing it. So next thing I know, the next year happened.
I got a tax for you, though. We ain't going to talk about it on camera just yet.
We ain't gonna talk about it on camera at all.
Nah, we going to talk about it on camera. God.
Mhm.
I had an IRS in my nose.
No, I'm trying to get us paid.
Okay, well,
That's
You know
paid.
what I'm saying? Because you got to shout them out. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get you a tax person.
type shit. We can talk about it on You the tax stuff? 800 tax now.
Right, you know what I'm saying? We can talk about it right now, but my guy, he get, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He finesse.
Huh?
He finesse.
No, I wouldn't say finesse. No, we don't use them words. We don't use them words when it comes to taxes. Like, no, but everything is free.
Redacted.
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 So what about the rest of y'all? How was y'all week, man? Talk to us. What's going on?
I gotta pick my words carefully now. It was a busy week, like work wise,
Oh, you
but
worked
not
a lot.
that.
You worked out. You worked.
I didn't work.
Worked in, worked out.
Busy week.
You got your hair done and shit. I ain't never see this. You got to twist it with the twist. Like it's twisted in a twist. Okay,
It's braids. It's braids.
Braid up.
That ain't braid. That's a twist. Oh,
It's braids. It's
Then he gonna unloose it, go crinkle.
no crinkle.
Old school Lil Wayne. Yeah, Wayne had niggas in a frenzy back in the day. Everybody had dreads. Everybody wanted to be Lil Wayne.
You too, right?
That's
Yeah,
This is you too, right? Why you sitting here calling niggas
I used
out?
to do 4 French braids and then keep them in for like 2 days and you take them out. It was crinkly. What? You couldn't tell me nothing.
I need those pictures.
I need them stats.
My shit came out to my chest too.
Yeah.
I'm dead ass.
I'm gonna say you got what's your prom picture downstairs or something like that. I was seeing
We're
it.
gonna look at that after. Research purposes.
Yeah. And I wasn't one of them niggas that was ugly with my hair. I look
Disclaimer is crazy. Like, okay.
because some niggas look. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody be ugly. Everybody grow hair because they are ugly.
With hair, I think without hair.
No,
is-
That's what I'm saying. Niggas grow their hair because they be ugly. What you saying?
Don't nothing beat a fresh cut at the dreads.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
What? Cut your hair. What?
Cut your hair.
I bet the over all day. I'm trying to tell you, bro. You cut your hair.
Nah, I know some niggas that had locks. I know some niggas that had locks. They cut their hair and they look the fuck terrible. They stitch them bitches right back on their head.
They had a bad barber and they didn't want to go back.
No, it wasn't that. Niggas just not. It's the hair.
Okay.
Niggas not cute.
So what else you do, bro?
I was busy, bro. Got a lot of projects on the personal side that we working through. I mean, on work side, and then we had to prepare for the live podcast. So that was lit.
I said this next to you. I can see all your notes and shit.
Nah.
Niggas be talking shit about you on Instagram. They be like, you got a man right there with a whole.
They did. I seen that too. He said the nigga right there with a whole laptop. Didn't even. I said
Because I
You
didn't
didn't
say,
watch the whole fucking episode.
I said, bro, 100. What were we talking about? The NAACP? Nigga, I said 116 years.
somebody did come in for the year. He said I said
I
116.
said my bad. I should have did the math. My apologies.
Shit. Well, okay.
First 30 seconds, I'm
They
gonna
said
turn my laptop.
They said y'all are disgusting excuses for blacks.
Yep, I am.
Who said that?
That's what it felt.
Oh, because of them comments.
Fucking crap.
I don't give a goddamn what you think I am.
But no, it was a great week. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It was really good. It's a busy season in general. I feel like
shit is starting back up.
And then this month is really busy for the company that I work for because we work in social impact. So Black History Month, we got.
Hey, we love that.
Tell them to hit me up. Oh God,
that's what I be saying. Shit, goddamn.
You know I do this. I actually just interviewed a congressman.
I saw that.
What was the inspiration?
I wanted to talk to Congress.
You talking about ICE, right?
What you niggas doing right now? Essentially, is what you were asking.
Yeah, I was like, so when I had went to DC last year in May, I talked to Congress. I was there for a training up conference, which was basically for influencers who also do advocacy work. And so the purpose of the conference was for us to learn how to do better advocacy work through social media purposes. And so because of that, we got a chance to talk to Congress. So I interviewed a few members of Congress there. And so I had direct contact to his staff. So, but it was funny because I actually didn't know his position on certain things. So I actually didn't know what I was walking into. But he is a Democrat from Ohio. So I was like, I know at least the lane that he's going to go. Like, obviously, I'm not talking to a Republican, so it's going to be a little bit, whatever. But yeah, I just hit up one of his staffers and was like, I'm going to talk about the stuff that's going on with ICE in Minnesota. I snuck some other stuff in there as well because that's just what I do. I had to tap into my journalism backgrounds. But it was interesting. I want to do it more, but getting in touch with Congress is something else. Getting in touch with politicians is something else, especially when they know that you don't do softball questions. So I feel like I might get a little bit more pushback now, especially because I really pushed him on Israel.
Yeah, I think that it's like from a producer standpoint, their their chief of staff asks or comm directors 100 questions before they even forward the email.
Luckily for me, I think I did it well. So I hit them up. I said, hey, I want to talk about this. And I knew that was a position that they're in right now, right? Right now, the Democrats are wanting to look like the good guys as it relates to ICE.
Absolutely.
So it kind of...
That's what they don't want on probably.
Exactly. And I think it teased them and enticed them because in their mind, I'm going to be there to kind of make them look good. And I really am not there to do that because I don't trust politicians and I'm never going to stand one either. So when his staffer asked me, what do you plan on talking about? I said, everything that's going on at ICE, with ICE and Minnesota. Okay, cool. They hit me up again. Is there anything else you want to talk about? I'm going to stick to Minnesota and ICE, but I'll probably kind of zoom out as it relates to national. And I pretty much did that, but it was specifically like the way I phrased questions that I think kind of definitely made him a little bit
uneasy.
Yes, especially towards the end, which was like kind of the purpose. I wanted to say those really intense questions towards the end where it's like you can't back out. But I think that's what's needed. Like a lot of times, especially with Democrats, my biggest thing is we as voters, we don't hold Democrats accountable enough. Like it's easy to hold Republicans accountable. It's easy to cuss them out because they don't align with anything that you're voting for. So it's like, obviously you're going to be ready to cuss them out. We are never ready to cuss these Democrats out enough. And they continuously show how spineless and weak they are.
Yeah, it's kind of like they feel entitled to the vote.
They absolutely
do. So we don't leverage our voting power the same way as the opposition. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, if you're not aligning with our interests, you're out of there. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's the next Republican up, but you as an individual, you're out of there. And I don't think that we do that enough within, as far as the Democratic Party. But they don't do a good job of messaging. So, the things that they do, I don't feel like the thing about the Conservative Party in general is they boast on it. We talk about this all the time. They're going to let you know, this is what we paid for. This is the infrastructure that's on cables. This is exactly, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So the messaging gets to their constituents. They don't do that on the other side. So
I was going to ask Janila, do you think it's hard for you to go in and out of political talk and your comedy? Because you could be super fun, witty, and jarring, and you know what I'm saying? But then you also have that political sense. So is it hard, or do you think your audience accepts you as an entirety when you have those interviews and takes a stage?
It's not hard for me. because I've genuinely have always been like this. I've always been the friend who's a little too woke. Like, I've just always been that person that has just always been very tapped into politics and stuff. So for me, I really will just tap in and out. Like, I will just as easily have this conversation about ICE and then like throw in a joke as well, because I also can just find the funny in everything. But I think as far as my audience is concerned, I think that people, they come for you for different stuff. But funny enough, kind of referencing the conversation that you was having with LaRussell when he said, like, you know, you give everything and your audience is just gonna fall in love with you regardless. And I feel like that's kind of is what has happened with me. I think people just start to kind of feel a way about me and my content. And I don't think that I say anything that is overly controversial, in my opinion. I don't think I've ever really said anything like this OD controversial. I think what I say is just, it aligns with a certain politic, but I've always shown that that's who I am. And so I think that because I've consistently done that, I think that maybe that has done me well. But there have been moments where I've spoken about politics and it has not gone over well with the public, but I don't care because I feel like I meant what I said.
I get it, man. Y'all think you're going good out on these streets, man. Janae, how was your week? What's going on? Tell us what's new. You go sing somewhere, anywhere? This week? Last week?
Oh, you did.
You can be having a direct
Right,
like how was your week? Like, did you sing anywhere? You ain't sing nowhere?
See you sing. I saw you on the stage somewhere.
Oh, I think it was last week.
Oh.
You mean when Jay left me?
Oh my God.
You left her again?
I can't just see her.
Listen, we can tally it up.
I was tired as shit. And I left. I went to go see her. I was exhausted. I didn't want to go.
Why you didn't tell me? You should have told me though.
I told you I was tired.
No, you didn't.
At the table said I'm exhausted.
Yeah, at the table. I'm talking beforehand. You could have said it beforehand.
Why? So you would say you want to come?
Yes.
No, I was coming to support you. They always see. They don't ever see the effort. I'm exhausted, but I'm coming to see you. I'm coming just for you.
Well, I appreciate
I
it.
don't want to see everybody else. Like, I don't give a fuck. What's going on?
And Jay was so fucking removed. It was so bad. I was like, this nigga, he was in his phone the whole time.
I love it.
And people wanted to come up and talk to him, and that nigga was like,
I can't see like, music. That's it. I know what y'all got. Respectfully, I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm tired, bro. Like, I feel like two things as a man, right? Like, when I'm tired, I'm sleepy, or if I'm hungry, like, leave me the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't got a lot of words for you. I ain't got a lot of
that explains this morning.
Yeah, no, I was tired. I was really tired, but I'm here. But I will say, your man's the host, he did a great job. I mean,
What event
What Wednesday? Yeah, I was gonna say.
I noticed a few people that I've been. I said,
yeah, it was a dope ass event. I was just tired.
it was The Movement by Mello.
Yeah, it was fire. The concept was dope. They could have put it in a different room, but
Yeah, I didn't. So that was the first time that they did it at that venue. I didn't like it there. They did it. They usually do it in like really like nice upscale intimate settings, and they're really, really. Oh, it's so fire.
Okay.
So
Like Chasing Mello?
No, Mello Vision, but he go by, his name is Jamel. He go by Jamello. I don't know. But yeah, it's called The Movement, and so they've been actually traveling a lot. So they've been going to different cities, different countries, all the things. And so they did it. We did the DC one like twice.
yeah, no, the event was dope. You did this thing. I was like, I don't know, man. You get cover your ass off.
So is it just singing, or like did it have?
Nah, it's poetry. It's mostly it's poetry. But yeah, that was last week.
They gave you that motherfucking. I can say this. You might can't say this. Your relationships and shit. Fuck that. They gave your ass general admission. How you gonna ask me to sing and give me general admission? Fuck is like people gotta learn how to like treat their guests, bro. Like I don't like this. Like if you invite me somewhere, let's do this shit right. You feel me? Like invited you niggas talking about something. Yeah, you can go to general admission. I don't even like the way that sounds. You know what I'm saying? If I buy general admission, cool.
The whole room was general admission, though.
Huh?
That's what they gave you?
No, that's what they gave Janae, the person that was performing.
Well, technically, I wasn't performing. He just invited me to come to the event, period. And he gave me general admission.
And then he asked you to sing another song.
He did ask me to sing
nigga,
another song.
like, what's up with you? Like, nigga.
Was there VIP there?
Yes.
Where was
Clearly, it was clear VIP.
Where?
Nigga, like, in the front. Like, they let you know, like, okay, well, you're VIP, we want to escort you to your VIP table.
They said that, but everybody sat in a fucking table, and all the tables the same.
They sort of wording different at front.
Which was stupid. I don't know why they did that. I would have been pissed if I paid for VIP and then y'all sitting in the table next to me. It literally was a table. You see how these tables are? It's exactly how the tables were. And then it was a bar. People at the bar, like, and then they ordered food. They were very slow. The service was so slow. You got your food before VIP got their food. You better be glad you was in general.
I went up that motherfucker. No, I went up there like, yo, hey, not. What
All I ordered was water. I got my water after everybody got their food. I was like, what the fuck?
Salad. I'm like, yo, what's up, bro? We got water, bro. Like, I got to see the salad. Like,
He was up there showing out.
Jay was hungry and tired. He was fucking removed. That nigga was like, I was like, you could have stayed home with this little energy.
This guy right here, he gonna speak out. It don't matter what venue, what set is.
Jay, look, as soon as I got off stage and I came down, Jay said, I'm about to leave. I said, what? He said, I'm out of here. I said, oh.
Out of here,
He didn't even make sure I got home safe. Nigga said,
I was asleep. I didn't even know. I'm like, yo, what time you left? She like,
when it was over.
I should have known she was mad. I was like, tell you, like, when it was over, I'm like, man, what the fuck is going on with your name, man? Like,
Jay left shit on me. They were like, what's wrong with Janae? Like, nigga.
in my mind, I ain't something like, what the fuck going on? But whatever. Like, I don't know. I think fuck it. Like, I'm like, I came to support. I'm thinking everything is cool. She like, whole time he left, the nigga ain't check on me or nothing.
Getting checked. Damn.
Damn.
You need friends like Jay.
My bad.
But in certain situations, Jay's a funny ass nigga. Last year,
What do you mean by that?
When he say we need friends like Jay. But Jay be a funny. He just saying, but Jay be having bad friend qualities sometimes. He
no,
not
not
say
bad friend qualities. I'm talking about.
What do you mean by
He's just like. You need people like Jay around. We did an event last year, the Martin Luther King event. He probably not even remember this. He's very outspoken. I love that about him though, because he gonna say it like he don't care if he has to stop the whole show. We're doing a panelist type of situation, and the lady hair was like, Jay's in the back, mind you. So we try to get people like, yo, go get her hair. Jay in the back say, excuse me.
oh my God.
Can y'all she was like, thank you on the mic. She was like, see, this is why we need black people in the room. Now me, I'm like this. Cause we in the back.
Hey, yo, my hair fucked up.
We in the back.
It's funny because
But he appreciated it.
I was just talking to Jamila about this kind of like, cause I ain't really saying in the text, cause they was like, Jamila like, you gotta stay, we're going with the ladies now. I'm like, girl, you have no idea. I've been understood that assignment. Like, that's why I'm like, I think it would whatever happened. You feel me? But like, I've been understood the assignment. Like, I've been working with girls, so I already know how it would go. Like, that's why girls like when girls on the set, cause they can only look at little shit that you might not catch, like a hair might be. So, and then one thing about me, I don't like niggas will wait when you record. Niggas will wait till everything done. Like, I was trying to tell you, I didn't want to fuck up everything. Now we can't go back and fix it. Like you, because you waited, because you fuck up the whole thing. Like, stop it right then and there. Like, let's stop it, get it fixed, and then we can move on. Nigga will wait you to death. Like, yeah, bro, I ain't
me.
Stop everything. Stop
me.
it. I didn't record it with niggas, and I didn't had shit flipped over, and I'm like, bro, you could have just stopped the recording. The fuck is wrong with you niggas? Imbeciles. My bad, but yeah, you were saying, yeah, you performed at the movie.
That was last week. It's okay. This
What
week was
happened this week?
not that happened this week. This week, yeah.
Got some work done this week.
Hey, I just had to bring that.
I'm sorry, I was just wondering. Like,
Just had to bring it back.
Overtime in this month.
Wow. First of all,
Okay.
I got a new employer in the building.
you have been employed. You have been promoted. You have been promoted. My new employee.
I love my job.
My new employee.
Congrats to the fair to this motherfucker.
Period.
2 for 2, ain't 2 out of 2. 2 out of 2.
Yeah, man, this week was cool, man. It snowed, I guess.
I guess, right.
Depending on where you was.
This week was the only week when I was like,
That shit just made me mad.
I understand when people say I'm from Baltimore. Because usually I hate that shit. Because, like, bro, I came down here to be warm. My niggas like, you should be used to it. Nigga, I'm never used to the cold. Like, we talking about?
Oh, shit.
But when it snowed and everybody was, like, going into a frenzy, I'm like, bro, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Like, it's not, like, if y'all niggas don't shut the fuck up, y'all crying about nothing. Like, it was just cold and snowing. It wasn't, like, it's stuck or nothing.
Because we don't get a lot of snow. We get a lot of ice.
No, this is some bullshit.
Well, we
See,
were
I just got me
close
mad
to-
all over again thinking
we were
about it.
supposed to, though.
Twice. Twice and it ain't
No,
helping.
but you didn't look at the map. Okay, so the map, especially for this weekend, when I tell you Atlanta, it was like a little thin strip. We got like the dry pocket. Everywhere else, it snowed and ice everywhere. My parents got like 5 inches of snow.
I was in Loganville yesterday.
I don't know what that's. I'm just telling you.
They shut down everything.
Because we don't want to get. Y'all
Nigga,
understand PTSD. We have
the first time, right? Not this last one. They closed public. I'm about to go get some food. They closed public at 4:00. I'm like, yo, what's up?
So don't get. Listen, if you were not in Atlanta in 2014,
First of all, y'all were in Atlanta in 2014.
It like that
I'm about to say,
and it was more snow than this weekend.
so listen. So what I don't understand is why y'all sit here talking about being traumatized and not being prepared.
because the city does not have. I agree, but when it comes to funding and things like that, that's not going to be in a priority because we don't consistently have weather like.
Well, they need to just put some shit in the pocket, store it.
We have a few things because of that, but it's still not going to be enough. But also, what really makes it bad, specifically for Atlanta, is we have Atlanta's this small as a city. Everybody lives on the outside from the metro. Our traffic is ridiculous, and because of that, it makes for a very difficult situation. And we don't have a lot of public transportation the same way as like a DC or like the New York and everything. So because of that, it makes it really fucked up for us. We can't okay, well, everybody ain't gonna drive. We're gonna just catch the metro. But we don't have those options. And MARTA is not what y'all think it is, so it really does fuck us up.
I'm cool with it though. I like the fact that people sit the fuck down because I feel like they don't never sit down out here. So
yeah, I don't mind it. I had me a pot roast last week. I was chilling.
What I will say though, I think y'all did do a decent job from what I've seen in recent times with the trucks though. Like the salt trucks. Yeah, the salt trucks are
I said we had to stop.
Yeah, it was on there.
I found out that salt doesn't work if it's like below 15 degrees, like surface. Yeah,
doesn't work at all.
No,
does it work slow?
Like no, it's not gonna melt the ice. Like you gotta wait for it to warm up a little bit more for the salt to start even working.
It just shouldn't ever get that cold.
Yeah, man,
that's
cool.
my whole thing.
I'm about to say, yeah, Jay, how was your week?
I was cool. The event was cool. Everybody was asking me about it. I'm like, I feel like it was just another day in the office, honest. But I feel like, with all due respect, not trying to downplay anything, I feel like everybody that was there enjoyed it.
For people that don't know,
but that's what's most important because it was for them, and I think everybody who came got what they wanted out of that, which was good information and good community within that entertainment space. Because when I had asked the question like who in here is in the entertainment industry, everybody raised their hand, and I could tell that everybody is currently independent and in that wickle spot, which is difficult. And so I think that everybody there, and he was dropping nuggets. It was really good. So I'm like, y'all definitely have to chop that up because it was some really good little sound bites for sure. So
you watch it on a replay.
Okay.
She was working, so she didn't get to really hear it.
Damn, man. Sorry. Thank you for your help. Thank you for your service.
But I felt like it was I told him yesterday, I was like, this is like a give back to the community too, because the simple fact that he went out, he did the interviews with a lot of other content creators, you know what I'm saying, shook hands, talked to everybody. Like, to me, I think that matters. So when he talk about impact and access to people, I think it definitely was resourceful. And he was very real. That was the thing that I felt like very authentic with his answers to everybody that had a Q&A question. So,
I thought it was dope. I mean, yeah, it was blurry. So
he said he wasn't gonna give me a feature, so
yeah,
I did ask too.
He'll be doing all our features from what I know, but I don't know. It was weird. It's funny because I seen my line brother ask a question. And I've never seen him.
Oh, that was your line brother?
Yes. And Jay was he was like,
his face was
I said, hey, yo, get Jay off the stage.
Stage presence.
You were.
Because he was talking down at the phone like, nigga, pick your head up. Like, he's confident. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, is that what it was? Because I wasn't sure if that's what it was or not.
Yo, pick your head up, nigga. Like, what's up with you? But I never seen him that vulnerable. I put it in the group chat. I'm like I never seen him like that.
I thought you was bothered. You look very bothered.
I mean, yeah, by him having his head down.
Oh, okay.
Talking with his head down, like, yeah, man, I'm like, bro, what the fuck is you doing? Like, pick your fucking head up. But outside of that, when he got to the question, I'm like, damn, I never seen him like that. Cause my man doing well out here, real estate going crazy. So he's like, man.
But that's what he was saying. He I make money. I find the money. Yeah. This music shit ain't paying shit, bro. Yeah, I was like, yeah.
I was in the back saying and it won't no shot.
Yeah,
just don't. It's hot.
Yeah,
and that's why I'm glad he told him just straight up nigga, you gonna have to. You not. Number one, your streams ain't high enough, but it just is what it is. It sucks, but it is what it is. If you're relying on streams, you gotta keep them streams up. But you can also just sell direct to consumer. Just go straight to that and when it comes to music, you got to.
It's not.
Or you have to perform. You have to do other stuff. Unfortunately, that's just the game right now.
Yeah, but in order to do that, you got to get your streams up.
But also, right. And the one thing that I love about LaRussell is the fact that somebody can know him and not know his music, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I was telling my line brother, like, bro, you so like you have so much information, like my nigga, you just went and got a house from an auction, got it built up by yourself. It ain't like you just hire niggas to get it done. Like you literally got all the information. You could be talking about this, like niggas need to learn this, but he like, man, I don't want everybody. I'm like, bro, you keep saying you don't want niggas to know, then they missing pieces of you, so they not gonna come to you. So like one thing I love about LaRussell is like he showed all aspects of his life, and I think that's dope. I mean,
Yeah.
That's what I'm about to say. What you be telling me?
About just showing like everything, all of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what it'd be frustrating for me. I'll be telling people this, and like, then Russell come and say the same thing, and be like, I just told you that thing. But okay.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing though. You gotta understand that when you see people doing one thing, and it's like, I had to learn this from my own kid. Like if I haven't seen you be successful at that, then I'm not necessarily going to like look to you for that. So it's like you can have all this advice, but like, well, why you ain't doing it?
Yeah, and it's also like field wise too, because I've said a lot of the same things that he said to my artists, but it's like because I don't.
You're not an
in
artist.
that way. It's like sometimes you just got to hear it from another artist.
I'm about to say, and that's another thing. I'm about to say, because even for me, like, that's why, like, with my question, what I asked about what you just said, right? Like, just the content part of it. Because a big part of, for us as music artists, is like, I want to be known for my music. And remember, you sent me something the other day, and you was like,
she was singing.
It was informational. And the thing is like, a lot of those things never translate to them going to stream your music. And so that is our plight for real. It's like, okay, but I'm trying to figure out how do you translate them to going to your music? We can do all of this shit, build up your following. I know people with hundreds of thousands of followers, and they still got a job, and they're not making no money off their music. So because the goal for us is music, it's like, how do we get the music to blow? I understand I could be a content creator. I understand all of those things. So I think that's why we asking the question to him. But I guess even in his regard, it's kind of the same thing, because realistically, I don't even know if his music is blowing.
Yeah, like it depends on how you look at it. Like that's why I brought the question when he was like, man, he ain't say subjective per se, but I forgot. We was talking to somebody, and he was like, yo, how does it translate to the numbers? He was like, man, the numbers is not real. You know what I'm saying? Because like, yeah, I might have 2 million followers on Instagram, but when I go out, I feel like I know 200. I feel like 200 million people always saying something to me, right? So the same with the numbers, even with the streams. If you look on paper and you say, man, I just did 21,000 in a month, niggas gonna laugh you out, especially in today's time, right? But when you talk about I did 21,000 direct to consumer, that's different.
Yeah,
you feel me? So it's like, I mean, I think it's how we look at it. Like I don't know. When I seen that, it really gave me hope, because I be looking at the numbers. I ain't gonna lie to you. But then when I go outside, it don't even seem the same.
It don't translate. Because it'd be weird though, because then you'd be like, you can talk to somebody and they'll be like, oh, like people will call you to call you out, and it's like, you know me for what I do, but you don't really support what I do, nigga. Like,
but it's all good. I'd rather get them in the room. So like, what happens is sometimes a nigga gotta see you like 7 to 21 times for them for it really to land.
Yeah.
And even like I was telling P or whatever, like she's like, man, sometimes I go to sleep, I just put on your podcast and support. I'm like, don't do that. Like I thank you for that, but don't ever do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not here to get your support, with all due respect. And I said the same thing with LaRussell. Like, well, he said it actually. Because think about it, you got 1,000 people in the stands just to support, and they bored out their mind. Nah, I'm good. Thank you. I'd rather have 10 people that's really enjoying it, because that means that they're going to do it whether I'm there or not, or they're going to do it if they want to support me or not, because that's something that they got. That's something that they love. You feel me? And like it's funny, like I'm listening to them, like, man, I be saying this shit all the time, but like, that's like
it's that trial and error too. Like when you really in the thick of this shit, like you learn shit just by doing it. And that's the one thing I tell everybody who be worried about the numbers. Them numbers is such a limited story. It's like a limited piece of the story that it doesn't tell the whole story at all. Because I learn it even more and more every time I go out. It's like, damn, like for example, when I went to the 85 South show, the amount of people in there that knew me but don't follow me. You know what I mean? Like just that simple. And it's not, I don't take offense to it, because it's like sometimes you just see people on your timeline, you don't, investigate or whatever. But it's like just something as simple as that shows you that like you genuinely don't know how many people you're actually reaching.
Yeah.
Right? And I tell that to my artists all the time, like you're looking at this one reel that got, 5,000 views or whatever. Go back to your page and look at your reach of your page. You have no idea how many people are seeing you on a daily day. Like, and on top of that, your videos are consistently tracking. They don't disappear.
Mm-hmm.
They're still getting views. It's not going to stay at that same number. So it's like, you really gotta, it's just a matter of changing your perspective with this shit, honestly. Like, and then you gotta keep going.
Alex, what we got going today, man?
Let's get into the shit.
Crazy week, y'all.
The craziest.
Crazy week. Where do we want to start? Well, we already kind of like alluded to Minnesota, in Minneapolis, but well, first and foremost, we just want to give our condolences to Alex Peretti, who was, because we didn't record last week, but who was shot down by federal agents on January 24th. So just want a quick update. The thousands of people gathered in Minneapolis on yesterday, and they did like an 8.3 mile bike ride in honor of him.
Mm-hmm.
No arrests have been made still surrounding his death. Mm-hmm. But in addition to that, we had two journalists, and which was Don Lemon and Georgia Fort, and two other. Sorry, let me pull this up so I can get it.
Two journalists as well.
Were they journalists? I thought they said protest participants. So,
I don't know.
But
I seen an article that said for journalists. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Okay. But
Is this the people that got locked up?
yeah. So Don Lemon and Georgia Fort were arrested in Los Angeles, as well as two other protest participants or journalists. We'll verify that. For their participation in a protest that took place at a church.
And I was gonna say, ironically, so what happened at that church is key and interesting as well. So one of the pastors of this church in Minnesota was outed as a
Deputy, right?
a deputy of ICE.
Allegedly.
I'm saying allegedly. Because they found it.
Oh, they found it?
Yeah, that's what they found. And so the thing with ICE, a huge part of like the ICE debate question topic is the fact that they hide their identity as federal agents. That is so spooky to me. And nobody really has no answer to why they're allowed to do that. And so the pastor of this church was outed as a agent of ICE, and so some protesters interrupted their church service to expose that. And Don Lemon, who is a journalist, an independent journalist at this time, was covering it. He was not necessarily participating in the protest. He was covering the protest. He was interviewing people on the grounds at that point. And so I think that's important to note, because they were essentially arrested for their constitutional right, which means their First Amendment right was revoked. Exactly.
Yeah, no, and it's crazy because, like, personally have seen Georgia Fort she was like pivotal in covering what was going down in Minneapolis during the protest that took place for George Floyd. Like, she was on the ground covering everything. I think there was another situation that took place where she's been on the ground covering, like, so it's consistent. You know what I mean? It's not just like this is an instance or one-off type instance where because it's ICE, she's there. Like, no, she takes this journalism track.
She's the president of the Minnesota chapter?
I believe so.
I think so.
So she's done this for years. You know, like, she was a contributor when I was working with Roland. Like, she would call in often, and she was on the ground there. So to hear that is just like, it's unfortunate. And then on top of that, it's happening in Los Angeles, of all places, is where they got him. It's just crazy. Yeah. I think they're being charged with.
Didn't they get out? Don Lemon got out.
Yeah,
right?
they got out.
Yeah, they got out.
They got out.
This is crazy. This ICE shit, bro. Somebody was saying, was it you? It was like, we gotta this ICE shit is crazy. Is deeper than we think, because that's how
the Nazis
kind
of started. Like, the Nazi regime started. It was just like, they selected a group of people, they targeted it, and then it just slowly progressed into what we saw as the quote-unquote Nazi Germany.
They were deporting these people into concentration camps, which is exactly what's happening right now. Of course, like, the difference is, as of right now, well, we know they're not being gas chambered, but there are people who are completely missing, have not been seen or heard from.
No again. Paperwork or nothing.
Yeah. I seen they got that little boy too.
The 5-year-old.
Sad, because like if I'm thinking about it, man, it's like it shows you how insensitive the world can be, because, or like how unaware, or I don't know the exact word, but it's like, man, because it's not happening to you, it's like, man, well, That ain't none of my business. But whole time, it's really
we lack compassion.
yeah. And what happens is like that's just the trick for real. You know what I'm saying? Like they have you like, all right, we're gonna just do this, and then ain't nobody else worried about it. Next thing you know, you got whole concentration camps. Like,
ironically, that's a lot of people. That was a lot of people's position when the height of the Palestinian conflict was happening. A lot of people said it just ain't got nothing to do with me. And while I completely understand feeling that way, especially feeling like a sense of hopelessness, because I don't think anybody expected U.S. citizens to do anything about what's happening in Gaza. Like, what can you do? But disconnecting from the information and saying this ain't got nothing to do with me, I can't care. And so many people, so many activists and so many people, scholars who are saying you should care, because if you don't and you allow the America to continue to facilitate this genocide, it's going to come home.
Exactly.
And look at what the fuck is happening a year later. We keep telling y'all that this everything is connected.
What's the difference between like because I have heard like what's the guy President Obama was deporting people too, right? Like what's the dip? Like what am I missing? Because like if President Obama was deporting people and Trump is deporting people, but he's doing it, it's worse with Trump because of the ICE thing. Like explain it to me.
So Obama deported a lot of people.
A lot
of people. And that's one of the main criticisms of his presidency post. Like, I think what happens with Obama is a lot of people are kind of like looking backward and being like, okay, well, you kind of on some bullshit too. And so that's one of the main things that a lot of people criticized him about, was how many people that he deported. The issue for me, and I think a lot of people, is number one, we have to keep acknowledging, and we should continue to acknowledge, that ICE is a new agency. It was founded in 2003, post 9/11, specifically through xenophobia. That's an important aspect to this agency. With Trump in office, the reason that it's so ridiculous is because he's targeting states that have low immigrant populations. It doesn't even make sense for you to be in Minnesota. They have 150,000 undocumented people there. Florida and Texas have the majority, right? And I'm not saying you really should be doing this in Florida and Texas, but I'm saying if your true intent was to target undocumented people to get their undocumented status taken care of or whatever, you would think that you would go where there's issues there. But what's happening is you're targeting blue states. What's happening is you're targeting swing states. And for me, especially considering reports came out that Trump told the Minnesota officials, hey, listen, I will remove ICE from your state if you give me your voter information. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Because undocumented people can't vote. So what's the correlation? And so I think it's very clear that this is a couple of things happening. I think number one, he's trying to do scare tactics. He's trying to invoke fear, because that's what the Republican Party does. They use people's fear to continue to rile their base up so they can continue to get those votes. These immigrants are coming and they're doing this. That's why they use words like illegal aliens when these are human beings. That code and language is what they use to enact fear in these people so that they can continue to vote. And I think that they're also just trying to literally steal another election.
You think that Trump could really get elected again, though?
If they change
They
the
gotta
law.
change.
So
There's so much that gotta happen, right?
if you look at the Constitution, no. If you look at the Constitution, no. But if nobody is using the Constitution, then what are we left with? He's already stacked the courts, the Supreme Court.
I was going to take it there. That's where I was going to go with
So
this.
if your Supreme Court is validating everything that you're doing, where is our checks and balances? Mm-hmm. If they take over the House again, right? We have a midterm election. If they take over the House, the Senate, and the Supreme Court, how can we trust as Americans that they will just decide to uphold the Constitution? Because we're supposed to, at this point, just trust within the Supreme Court that they will, institute it. Who's to say? I don't know, because they locking niggas up for the first, for violating niggas' First Amendments. I don't know.
Damn, that shit crazy.
Right.
I mean, and I think also, and it's unfortunate that it took us to get to this place, but we talked about at the beginning, you look at Alex Peretti, this is a citizen. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is somebody that was literally there engaging in peaceful protests.
That's the guy that was helping the lady, right?
Yes, he got shot and killed in broad daylight.
Shot
you know
10
what I mean?
times.
That was
And-
crazy, bro.
They said, I think they allegedly were saying
he's
that he
not
had
dead.
a gun on him,
But
which they took away from him.
Yeah.
I
He
said they
only
took
had
it
his
already.
phone. You know, so like when you start to see it get into this place, which was so unfortunate, and I was very disheartened to hear people talking about let's get police brutality back to what it once was.
Good old white people.
Sick. But like this is what you were talking about as like a consequence of what it can become. It's like now it's happening to your community.
yeah, that was crazy.
So
It's just like because now the problem is like the only solution is to vote, but at the same time it's like, but if we don't win and it doesn't happen, then
Who to vote for at this point?
And I was gonna say,
We gotta bring back the Green Party.
it's weird because when I was interviewing the congressman from Ohio, and I specifically asked him questions about what can Congress do, because obviously we know what we can do. We can vote for y'all, but when we vote for y'all, what are y'all gonna do? And it felt like I got a whole lot of nothingness from as an answer of like, well, we can, we're trying to, and we can try, and we're, the goal, and it's like,
Nigga,
we have the president and his administration lying on camera to the American people about the circumstances for which Renee Good was killed and Alex Preddy. You're saying that she ran this nigga over and that he's suffering from internal bleeding. That nigga didn't even go to the hospital. He was cleared. She did not run him over. We have it on video, and it's still not enough. You're saying that this nigga attacked everybody with their gun when they disarmed him before they shot him 5 times in the back, and the other 5 times when he was already down post-mortem. And y'all are on here saying that this didn't happen. How are you going to hold them accountable? And it's you have nothing to tell me. That should be sanction enough for what's it called? Impeachment. For me, that's enough.
But this is why I think all eyes are on the midterm election.
Yeah.
When he said it though, he said if we lose this election,
Them niggas taking me out.
they are going to impeachment because he
He's
knows
already been impeached.
that he has.
My God.
And they voted him back.
Anymore.
They voted him back.
It's only
So-
one solution.
No,
What's the solution?
you can't say
you're
it.
not saying that on camera.
Why can't you?
You better not say that on camera.
Say that shit.
I was already thinking it too. That's why I was like, so what's the solution? Because we don't have one. But
No.
Oh,
Niggas gotta die. That's all I'm gonna say.
I
That's
didn't say that.
Jay, like I just said that.
No, you said kill. She said niggas gotta die.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Just
6'7".
I'm just, but not for real. You know what I'm saying? They not doing it like they used to.
They not doing it like they used to.
the John Wilkes
Get mad at
Booth.
a
She calling for the
president.
John Wilkes Booth.
She trying to call for the A word. Damn.
They tried that.
That only applies.
God damn. This
They
nigga-
did not try that.
Yo.
He did that on his own,
Yo,
right?
this nigga,
Did
he really a super villain.
Did they though?
Like the high time.
Shit.
I ain't gonna lie.
The groupies coming on.
Trump he a super villain on this motherfucker. He like, man, I'm untouchable. What y'all niggas gonna do? Y'all niggas can't do shit.
The real solutions is stuff that people just
I'm the real life
not
Batman
gonna
out this
happen.
motherfucker.
People are comfortable. And that's why every chance I get, I'm going to cuss these Democrats out because I think they're weak as shit and they're full of shit. And they don't want change because they are just weak-ass Republicans with blue coats.
So what do you?
I'm really technically a socialist when it comes to politics. More democratic socialist.
What happened to the Green? Wasn't it a Green Party before or some shit like that?
There's still a Green Party.
Isn't that like independent? What's that?
It's independent is you don't. I'm registered as an independent, I believe, which means like I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. But the Green Party is its own thing. The Green Party typically has a lot of socialist values, but that's what it's called. It's called the Green Party.
Okay.
The issue with the Green Party is that our government does not run on. We only run on bipartisan, two-party system. So they're never going to have the support. They do not have the establishment support. So they're never going to be able to really make waves. The best thing, the best opportunity they have to make waves is through the local elections. So Mamdani is actually more aligned with the Democratic Socialists as well. And
in New
so
York,
that's
in New York.
Yeah, so it's easier to win those elections because you're going based off of popularity vote, right? Versus going directly to, and that's my issue with the third party, is a lot of the time they try to skip steps and go straight to presidency. And the thing is, people are very scared of the idea of socialism because of the American propaganda system, right? And so if you just jump straight into having a communist or a socialist who is trying to run for presidency, they're not going to vote for you because they've been told that this doesn't work. You're not going to have the support of the Democratic Party. You're for damn sure not going to have the support of the Republican Party. So I think the real, true, honest, good strategy as of the system we have right now is to work through the local side, work your way up so that you gain the support of the establishment, even as someone who has socialist values, similar to Bernie Sanders. Even though he got some problems.
Yeah, I met somebody that was part of the Green Party. I thought it was dope when I was listening to what they represent. This was a while ago, a long time ago. I'm like, damn, this is pretty cool. That's something I know about it.
Bernie Sanders is a great example of somebody that is definitely socialist, like has socialist ideas, but like you could do but so much. You know what I'm saying? As one individual that has the ideas,
and the Democratic Party sabotaged him. That's the issue. Like, if the Democratic Party would have supported him in the same way in which they supported Hillary Clinton, we would have had a chance. But the Democratic Party is so stuck on the status quo. They do not want to uproot the system because they benefit from these systems as well. And so it's just
speaking of the Clintons,
What happened with the call?
Keep going.
So the Eppley,
nah, man, let's switch gears for a second, man.
What's up?
You
serious?
Want to go light?
Because it's about to go.
Light, dark, light, dark.
Yeah,
Light, dark, light.
Because it was about to.
Because we could go there.
Oh, you and me? Nah, that shit was crazy.
Speaking of niggas who gotta die.
I mean,
Where's your problem, bro?
Nah, I mean, I'm with you. I ain't gonna lie, though. Like, I ain't really looked too much into it.
We're going there.
No, I'm not trying to.
We can pivot now.
Going or not?
We can pivot.
I was trying not to. I'm just saying, like, I ain't looked too much into it. But the one thing I seen that was consistent that I was just, when it comes to like niggas gotta die, that I'm like okay with, is anything children. I don't understand that. Like, that's one thing I'm all for reform and
Rehabilitation.
I'm for all that. But the kids, yeah, bro, like you can be fucked up and learn, and I'm cool with that. But
Because last time you said that man that beat his kid,
no, but
like that.
beating your kid, like.
There's
Again,
a difference
like-
between, I think there is a difference between somebody having
No, for
an
sure.
isolated situation and then running a whole scheme.
Not even that, but like beating your kid
My
and
God.
He's
trying
talking
to have
about
sex with a kid, bro. Like,
Yeah.
weird, bro. I'm sorry. It's one thing I'm sorry, bro. I can't understand. I can't give you no grace. I can't, none of that, no leeway, no nothing. Like, off with the head. Like, bro, like, that's why I say, like, again, I'm not condoning beating the kid. I'm not condoning that. I'm just saying, like, I can understand somebody growing from that and getting better to understand learning. But trying to have sex with a kid, like, niggas is sick, bro. Like, you niggas need to. Now I'm with you. You niggas need to die for sure. DIE, out of here, off with his head.
We'll come back to this.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I had it was a conversation that I seen with this girl. She was saying some shit on Instagram, and I thought it was interesting. One part did throw me off, but I was gonna get y'all take on this, man. Alex, you got it.
Serious.
Alex, play the clip. Play the clip. Turn it up.
Pride in being leaders,
Rewind it, man.
providers,
Play it back.
protectors, all the things. Men who really value family and take pride in being leaders, providers, protectors, all the things, they need women who protect and value their happiness. The men who really want to be good husbands, really want to be good fathers, those are the ones who quietly slip through the cracks and begin to take on an at-all-cost mindset, even if the cost is his mental health. These are the kind of men who love their families so much that their own happiness becomes optional. And the most responsible, the most consistent, the most intentional are at an increased risk of depression and deep life dissatisfaction. And it's not even because they don't want to be taking care of their families. Like I said, I'm talking about the ones who love their families down, like this is their heart's desire. They've internalized this idea of what a real man is supposed to be. Go to work and make money, come home, provide for family with said money, spend a lot of time with your kids and your wife, and then get up and do it all over again the next day. And the men who fall into that category usually don't ask for or expect anything out of life beyond that. Maybe a little, you know? But beyond that, nah. Like, I'm really trying to paint a picture for y'all because I know some wives and some mothers are going to watch this and say, well, what about me? Ma'am, the only reason you're responding like that is because this is not your husband. I'm not talking about the father of your kids. I'm talking about the man who says, you know what? I'm going to put my dreams on the back burner. You go pursue your dreams. I'm going to stay up with the kids tonight. You go rest. And doing it with gladness. Like, this is not a sob story for him. But on the back end, and you will never know unless he tells you, he is shelving his hopes. He's shelving his passions. For men, love is really sacrificial. If he is not sacrificing for you, he does not love you. Unfortunately, a great portion of good men are drowning while they are attending to everyone else. And this is why an attentive man needs an attentive woman, not just a woman who appreciates what he does for her, but a woman who sees him. One who notices when his smile is forced, who can tell when he's there physically, but he's disappearing emotionally. A woman who will help reprogram his mind to believe that it does not require him to abandon himself to be a good husband and father. A woman who's going to say, babe, I love what you do for us, but you matter too. Not just theoretically, you matter practically. When's the last time you did that thing you really love? When's the last time you've been out with the guys? When's the last time you had a weekend to yourself? A woman who is well cared for encourages her man to pursue the things that awaken his soul, even when they don't translate financially. Because to a lot of men, if it does not monetize, then it's not important. And if your man only exists within a role, provider, protector, leader, the relationship will pay the price. Because relationships sour when we lose ourselves in our roles. My name is Amanda Mbata, LCS the Beef Yellowing.
All right. Sheesh. That's a lot to unpack. I feel like part of me feel like you know, when I hear that like, I do think it was funny. Me and Alex was talking about this, and we talking about like, as men, because I didn't understand if it was a man thing or was it an environment thing of like how I was taught to love, right? Like, I definitely taught I was taught that love was a sacrifice, right? Like, you got to make some type of sacrifice if you love something. But I didn't really think about that until I heard from Alex, because I was talking about it, and I was saying like, you know, my love looked different coming up, and I feel like I would never judge somebody else whose love didn't look like mine, because my love fucked me up. So when I talk about like sacrificing, like letting people co-signing people cars, or putting people's name on a lease and opening bank accounts and shit like that. Like, I thought that's what love was. My bad, y'all. I apologize. I thought that's what love was. That's just irresponsibility, right? But at the same time, as a man, I was taught that love was sacrifice. And that's a part of my sacrifice on the way up. But as she was speaking, the one thing I can say is like, I'll put something to the side. I'll put my goals to the side for a second, but I'm never going to put my goals away for anybody. Not even my daughter. And so when I heard it, I was like, you know, I agree with a lot of things she was saying, but as a man, I think, because the first thing before she even got into the putting your goals to the side, I'm hearing her and I'm like, yo, it's hard for me to really be depressed fully because I'm chasing my dreams. So I'm gonna do whatever I can do for my woman, because like, it's not like, yeah, it's hard, right? But I was taught that like being a man is hard. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, so when I'm hearing, I'm like, yeah, part of me feel like, and I'm not trying to be insensitive, part of me feel like, nigga, strap in your fucking boots and get up. You know what I'm saying? Like, be a man. Like, that's what I was taught, right? But I think it's easy for me to say that because I do have a goal. I do have goals. I have dreams. I have aspirations. And because I have that, like, I can have that hard side of me and still be fulfilled because I'm chasing something that I love to do. For the men, though, that do put that to the side for their family, is like, damn, I do feel for them guys. Like, that was just some first thoughts. I know we're going to unpack this, but that was the first thing that came to my mind when I heard this.
You know, I mean, I definitely feel like I would be considered one of those men that, like, when I am in a relationship, I definitely feel like I've talked about this. Like, I struggle with being able to find balance because it's like, I guess like showing love in that aspect because I don't date. It's like I'm either all in or I'm not. You know what I'm saying? There's no middle ground.
That's that Cancer.
Yeah, but like it's like there's no middle ground with me. So like a lot of times what I want to do from like a career standpoint or something in that capacity tends to take like backseat in a sense. I mean, even when I was dating an old girl, they would be checking my location and be like, nigga, we're not checking my location. He'd be like, where you at? Like you in Stone Mountain, you know what I'm saying? Because I was always there, you know what I'm saying? But I think kind of on the other side of it is there are another group of people where that is what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like I look at the older generations, like my father, his dream is what he's living. You know what I'm saying? To be able to, it's all determines on what you come from. Like, what is your startup? So his dream was, I'm going to get out of Haiti. I'm going to come to America. I'm going to have a house and I'm going to be able to be sustainable. And my kids will live a great life to be able to have free education or the best possible education. So I mentioned this before. When he had a stroke, the thing that was killing him was that he wasn't able to work. And then when he was able to go back to work, like his blood pressure and everything went down, because what I didn't realize was that his purpose and his mind was being a provider. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he was looking to. So it's not like he was still living in his dreams, I guess, in that aspect. But I think it varies, like from like what it looks like to other people.
Yeah, I think like as we unpack this conversation and like as man to man talking, I feel like I say this a lot. I feel like we gotta just embrace who we are, like nature versus nurture.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause I go back to the Cheyenne Bryan clip, and when she was asking Nigel, like, "Yo, do you think we could ever understand
right?"
And it's like we have this urge for women to understand this, and I'm thinking about like, what if that was just never meant to be, right? Because like even the question she said, like, you gotta be as not intentional, but like attentive.
Yeah.
And I'm like, with all due respect, like, I'm not saying all women, right? I know it's probably not everybody, but when I think of a woman, I don't think that a woman can be attentive to me outside of like her emotions. I think that's hard.
Oh, outside of her emotions.
Yeah, I feel like, but her emotions fluctuate all the time. So it's like to for me to have that expectation of a woman is like, I don't think that's fair to understand our like just natural, like our nature versus nurture. Again, I'm not saying that this is fact. This is just my opinion as a man. You know what I'm saying? Like from what I've said, like to have that, like if I do have a woman that's super attentive, like that's dope as hell. Like that's probably one of the best qualities that I would love that, right? But if you don't have that, I don't think I'm faulting you for that, if that makes sense.
I wonder what y'all
what y'all think?
So listening to the clip, honestly, I was like, wow, this is so my dad. Like my daddy is really like very much because we've had conversations about his, I guess, journey of life or whatever. And my dad had two opportunities career-wise that he completely didn't do because of family-wise. One is touring as a musician. The other was being a doctor, like going the route to be a doctor. And he turned both of them down and kind of readjusted and pivoted because of course, like being a doctor means so much school, all of the things. And that's, being away from the household in a different way. And of course, being a musician and touring, child, you know what I mean? And for him, and I've asked him several times, like, do you feel like you didn't do what you want to do? Because like my dad is like, so especially with music, like with being a doctor, I feel like he's kind of like whatever. But with being a musician, like my dad's, it feels to me like that is his like calling and purpose. Just watching him play and stuff like that. He's always still played. He's always maintained playing in some way. But I asked him, like, do you feel like you missed out on just like not playing? You know, like you were once really, really into that life, and then you kind of, changed it once you decided that you were gonna, have a family, whatever. And his response was always like, no. Like, my family is also very much like my why and my purpose or whatever. And growing up hearing that was kind of like, lame. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Hell no, I ain't doing that shit.
I hate you.
I'm like, nigga tripping. Like, I don't know. I didn't understand it because I'm like, nigga, you love playing the guitar. Like, I thought you wanted to be on that. You know what I mean? You wouldn't have raised us. But then you be yelling at us. I don't understand. Like, I just could not understand. It didn't make sense to me. But like now, as I'm watching him, re-enter this state of music now that he's kind of more so retired, like kind of half retired. Being able to still play is like, well, damn, like sometimes you do adjust based off of where you are in life, and that just is what it is. Like, yeah, like for him, being married and having a family was also a really, really important thing for him. Being able to take things from his family and the way that he was raised and adjust and change. But he always maintained that level of independence playing. My dad has never not played the guitar, ever. Like, whether that was him playing at church, him being in these little small bands, just, you know, playing at local venues, like, he's always maintained that. And now that he's more so retired, he can play even more. And I'm thinking, like, damn, like, there's beauty in that as well. And I think that it's kind of just based off of what you find a level of purpose in. I don't know if I am, you know, now being a mom in that same space where it's like, yeah, I'll just put this career away because it's all. No, I'm not doing that necessarily. But I can just, it's a different level of understanding as far as like relationship wise, to not go too deep. I definitely can see how you do need to have a partner there that is fulfilling you in other ways. You know what I mean? Because if there's sacrifices here, if there's pivots here, I think there also needs to be a level of pouring into to kind of offset. Because if you feel like you're only sacrificing, then at some point you'll start to resent those sacrifices. Versus if you're being reinvested into and poured into, then I think it can balance out and make you feel like you made the right decision.
The one thing I learned though, in my last relationship, an old head told me, like, I think we gotta like change our language when we talk about these things, because it shouldn't be no sacrifices. It should be decisions, right? And I think that's why your father can look at it and be like, nah, like I wouldn't change anything. Same with your father, because as a man, again, this is what I was taught. I can't say this is fact or not for everybody, but like as a man, we're taught that like we make a decision and we stand on it. You know what I'm saying? And a part of being a man is you take whatever come with your decision. You gotta take that on the head, right? So like he made a decision to be this family man and put this guitar down for in whatever way he decided to put it down. So it's not a sacrifice. I think when we look at it as a sacrifice, that's when we can be resentful, because like I did this for you. No.
You did it because that's what you wanted.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's reshape the way we word these things. I'm not saying that it still might not be a sacrifice.
I was about to say it's still a sacrifice, and I think that you know, but I think that life is about balance in general. But outside of that, I think that one thing that people love to say is like, you can have it all. You know what I mean? Like that's the phrase that pays. Everybody's like, I want it all. I want the career. I want the family. I want the this and that. But realistically, like I use that analogy all the time about having just food on your plate. Like at the end of the day, if this takes up so much of your plate, adding more onto your plate ain't gonna do shit but spill that shit off. And so something is going to take a hit. Something is going to be removed. So it's like you have to be accepting of, I guess, some sort of like limitations with it. So like I think about like career wise, right? Most people who are like super, super successful in their careers, they either don't have partnership or they have struggle partnerships or they have assistance with their partner, with their like family life and stuff like that, right? Like most people who are like filthy rich, they work a lot, but they got nannies. And it's like they don't have a great relationship with their kids, or you know what I mean? Like you miss out on a lot of things. So there's no, you know, unfortunately, it's like it's not enough unless you kind of like we talking about with the guy with his daughter, the whole situation. You got to take a step back sometimes. Like maybe you alter your life and you sacrifice some time towards your success to build a relationship with your family or whatever that priority is at that moment. And like you said, it is a decision, but I think at that moment it's still a sacrifice. Like you have to decide to sacrifice something so that it's beneficial for all parties involved. And I think that that's something that we miss a lot when it comes to relationships. But I do feel like I had this conversation with somebody that used to date. I was like, you know, for me, like you can't tell me you love me, and then it's like when I ask you to do something or there is some type of sacrifice in it, you're like, I'm not doing it. Or you do it and then you complain or you're super frustrated. Like to me, it looks like it's like when somebody asks you to pick them up from the airport. Don't nobody want to pick nobody up from no fucking airport, bro.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
I don't mind it.
Shit. I don't mind when I actually care about you. Like if I care about you, yeah, I'm coming to get you. because I love you. Yes, it inconveniences the shit out of me, whatever that looks like. I don't mind that. When I care about you and I love you, yeah, you can hit me up for anything. But when I don't, no, catch an Uber. Have you lost your mind? Like, are you dumb? Like, no, just because you know me? No, hey, somebody called me. Hey, I'm coming in town. Can't get from the airport? Nah, bro. Like, you... And so I feel like that to me, like, that's just a minor way, I feel like, of how you can show love in a way where it's like, it's an inconvenience to you. And yes, you can inconvenience me because I love you and I care about you. And so I accept that inconvenience. I'm not mad at that. But if I don't, then yeah, I'm bothered.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It's going to sound like a contradiction for sure, right? I think, I always talk about like people learning. I just made a post about this, like, not having to go through it and being able to learn from other people's mistakes. I think that's what a smart person is.
It's a wise person.
Yeah, wise person. But I was watching Pole to Pole, right? It's a show with Will Smith, and he goes to like...
I'm about to say, what?
Different...
He's going from the North Pole to the South.
Okay, that's a crazy name.
Edges of the... He's going to different edges of the world, right? And he talks about like, being successful and like, that's just not... He thought that was going to be the answer to all his problems.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to myself, like, shut the fuck up. I ain't gonna lie. It's easy to say that after you get it all.
Oh, Cliff Top. When he was talking about like Cliff Top,
Yeah.
everybody talked about
everybody
rock
says that
But
though.
everybody said, but that's why I said it might sound like a contradiction because I'm always talking about being able to learn from other mistakes. But you can't do pole to pole if you're not Will Smith. What are we talking about? You're visiting some of the most prominent places in the world that we can only dream of. Niggas can't even go there without clearances. And you talking about yeah, man, when I understood that when I got all the money, that didn't mean nothing, so I had to do things like this. Nigga, you only doing it because you got the money. You only doing it because of who you are.
Not necessarily.
Tell me what, and I'm gonna use a really specific word. Name one regular person.
I do have a friend who is a very regular person who spent like 2 years just
Did you go to Antarctica?
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah, you can.
Well, I mean, what is it? The South Pole? You can't go there without a motherfucking a
okay, well,
clearance.
I don't know
so
about the South Pole.
You can't do. Like,
I was about to say, but he traveled. Literally, this nigga was backpacking for like 2 years.
I don't even know if you can go to Antarctica. That's probably one of the places.
You can go to Antarctica. It's very like restricted. I mean, that's not the point. What's the point?
You said, I'm saying name a regular.
He was
person.
saying a regular person that's able to. But what I'm saying is, it's not that it's impossible. The problem is those regular people. We have to sacrifice living in a certain way because no, you're not gonna have money. No, you're not gonna have the things that you have. You can save your money and be like, all right, I gotta ration out my money throughout this time being so I can do this situation, which is what my friend did. But I say that but we're not gonna live in luxury like we do. And this is considered luxury, even if we struggling for some people.
You talking about going to Antarctica?
Nigga, I'm just talking about traveling the world. I know.
I ain't talking about. Y'all think it's small. I'm talking about.
You got to be thinking big,
bitch. That's what I'm saying specifically. Like, again, I'm not taking away from it.
I think he's more so. I get what you're saying for sure because I also hate when rich people say that. Cause
this money don't mean nothing. Shut the fuck up.
Like you're.
Nigga, you can survive.
And it's like, say that to Jay-Z. When you and Jay-Z are having a conversation, y'all can talk about how, man, this money ain't really everything. But when you talking to regular niggas like me, bitch, make it everything.
And if it ain't everything, give it to me.
You know what I mean? Like, people empty the motherfucking pocket.
You about to pay these bills? Talking about this money ain't nothing.
I don't want to go there, but we talk about our country and capitalism, right? We talk about like most of our country, 1% of the people own all the money. Yes. So if all the rich niggas saying it ain't that big of a deal, then why we ain't got nothing? Nigga, disperse it.
And the reason that
it's
so not a big deal is
control.
Because the thing is, y'all are still victims.
Well, not
Even
only
the rich people are victims of capitalism.
Mm-hmm.
Even them.
But even think about the fact that, like, but in that, when do we, as regular people, be wise and say, you know what, we do all of this shit. We stay victims of capitalism. We grind and grind and grind and trying to get to the bag, trying to get to this. You said it already. We heard you and we glanced over it. He had to be loud. I'm not regular. Okay. Whatever, nigga. You can't go to Antarctica, nigga.
Right now.
So you regular. Fuck up. Okay, well, when you're not regular, we'll talk about it right now. You regular.
Fun fact, you guys know you can't even sit down if you go to Antarctica.
You can sit down on that ice.
No, you can't. You can't sit down. They don't let you sit down.
I was saying niggas going to sleep. I'm watching some shit in 8K.
Well, I just watched something that said when you visit Antarctica, you cannot sit down because they do not want to transfer the bacteria because Antarctica is a scientific place. They use it for science research, and they don't want you to disturb that place. I know what.
I just think Garden of Eden is in Antarctica, and these niggas or something is there. All I'm saying is something is.
What they say that little monster thing that's about to come? What's that
there.
monster that they said that's about to come to life? Y'all ain't seen that?
Antarctica is what they consider an apolitical state because no one lives there, right? So it's just like it's one of those places that everybody from the globe, as far as all communities, can research, right? And I think that that's beautiful, and I think it should stay that way. And I just feel like something's going to happen to where they don't want to claim. And it's like, nobody should live there because the moment somebody try to live there, niggas want to politicize it.
Something is
back
there.
to the
just
point,
like under the water.
I was just going to say, when do regular people become wise and say, let me stop looking at finding all this money and finding joy in living life? That's just what I was saying.
Life itself costs money. So
yes,
but
I
enjoy life
no. But the point that I'm saying, because remember, this is where you contradict yourself, because you just said the whole Will Smith thing when he was like, "This money ain't everything," right?
No, I'm saying it is. What are you talking about? I'm saying it is. That's the contradiction.
But what we saying is, you ain't never been there. You ain't been that rich to say to have the knowledge of knowing.
Because I can be on the opposite end of it and knowing that this ain't good over here, so it got to be good over there. Because
but it don't gotta be. That's the point. So what are you saying? The poor people can say that this shit suck, and we can look at them and be like, "Nah, you right. I don't never want to be poor. That shit suck, right?" But then when you look at the rich people, they can say that this shit suck.
But they ain't getting rid of it. I would get. That's the thing. If I'm saying this poor shit suck, right? I would surely give you what I got for what you got, right? But if you're rich and saying, man, this shit suck, but you ain't giving me what you got.
Because the thing is, what the rich people are talking about is not the money. They're not talking about
what comes with it.
They're not right. They're not literally talking about being rich is not fun because I have money and I can do whatever I want.
For sure.
Obviously, they're not talking about that. They're talking about the isolation. They're talking about the way in which they're not, if we're talking about celebrities, the way in which they can't maneuver the same way that they once were. Those type of things. And that I can completely understand. Exactly. It's a fallacy is what it is, right? I think that most people, when you continuously strive for money, and I try to tell this to people all the time, like, because I'll hear people say, like, yeah, I'm gonna be a billionaire. I'm like, why you want to do that? For what? Which one? First of all, no, you're not. You definitely knock that shit down right the fuck now. No, you're not. You ain't gonna be a fucking billionaire.
Alex said, "Me, put your fucking hand down."
It's like, for what? What is having $1 billion gonna do for you right now, as far as especially considering how you got to get that.
So let me tell you. I thought about this.
I don't even need $1 billion.
No, I do.
So how you gonna get that billion without being?
No. So I thought about this.
Okay, let me hear this.
I think it takes $1 billion to rebuild the infrastructure in Haiti because they stripped it. So that was always in the back of my mind. And I stopped right there.
You gonna get that $1 billion, boy, and you ain't gonna give all that $1 billion to Haiti.
I think it will take $1 billion. You think I'm gonna get one? You think I'm gonna stop?
You ain't even born it.
Okay.
I would stop at $1 billion.
You big bitch.
I would stop.
Okay,
no, but honestly, if we keep it 100, like that was always my dream. Is like to really rebuild the infrastructure. Like once I learned about the taxes that they had to pay back to the French and everything in that capacity, then the sanctions that take place, and being there and seeing like the infrastructure. Like the actual naturalized resources.
And the fact that you're saying this is why you ain't gonna get it. They gonna stop.
God, I was about to say that.
What?
Wow, she just took the words of my mouth. Pause. Like,
what?
I was just about to say, yo, with all due respect, right? It's sad, but that's why
you ain't gonna get
niggas
it.
don't get. That's because the billionaires. I ain't thinking
I was
about
gonna say, Alex, that's so beautiful.
It's too something.
That. You too. You know why? If you ain't ready to exploit these niggas, you ain't getting that big B. Nigga.
Big B.
So figure out who you finna exploit so you can help 80 out. They need you, partner.
Them French taxes
it's
and
crazy
shit.
that sometimes we gotta be like this what they call
cutthroat.
But not even cutthroat, but like what is it called? Like the superheroes. They vigilante. What is it called?
Vigilante.
Vigilante.
Oh.
Like sometimes you gotta be a vigilante because like you gotta do something bad to do something good. It's crazy. It's like God.
I mean, listen. I think that sounds good, and I think the same thing. Like, damn, if I was Bezos, if I was, the way I fixed this motherfucking.
You think Warren Buffett is a bad billionaire?
I don't know too much about him to say whether or not.
I'm gonna say yes.
The thing, considering you're a billionaire, I think that you've exploited people. It's not even thought. It's facts.
So back to this
outside of exploiting people, we also don't see you giving enough back because you still got it. So yes,
Buffett.
I know he's no. I'm not saying. I said enough.
Billionaires, people like people. Yeah, like
I ain't seen my Buffett bills yet.
You gotta invest in it. But like that was the thing that was one of the things that I felt like about his story was interesting.
I need them Buffett bills.
Get my Buffett bills in the mail.
Well, go ahead. You was about to say something.
I get my Buffett bucks.
I was saying, back to the clip though. Like,
I forgot we was talking about that.
I know. You know what's funny? I thought Jamila was gonna take it to the patriarchy immediately, and you did not. And I was like, oh,
like y'all know it.
At this part,
now, do you think that like women should do a better job at being attentive to men?
No, that is my answer.
she said it. Nah, you meant that.
I just felt like being funny.
No.
I don't know. When it comes to relationship stuff, I really don't have the answer to that. I couldn't tell you. I've not had a successful relationship, so what the fuck do I know? I've seen successful relationships. You know what I mean?
Alex.
I don't know. As I said, when I was listening to the clip, it reminded me of my dad. Like, that is genuinely everything she was saying. I was like, that's my daddy now. Like, he doesn't. To some people would look at my dad and think that nigga's a simp.
So
that nigga's all this thing.
That being your dad though, that don't make you want to like love. If you met a man like your dad, you wouldn't want to like love him more and be more attentive.
Absolutely, I would.
So how don't you know?
Because I ain't never met no nigga like that. So I couldn't tell you.
Janae, you should think.
I'm just trying to tell.
I'm dead
I'm gonna say
I've met some cool dudes.
I'm fucking dead. Shut the fuck up, Jamila.
Okay, this is me being so serious. Let me lock in. On God, something I have made peace with is I don't think I will ever meet a man that is like my dad. Unfortunately, that bald head nigga really like on that.
I'm about to say, is that a good thing or not though? Because that's the.
How old is your dad?
How old?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how old that nigga is.
64?
64, 65. He was born in 61. So whatever.
Yeah, he's 65. Oh, he'll be 65.
I just made a post about this.
I know where he going with this.
And I want to hear what Jenny said. I just made a post about this though. Your dad is 65.
Mm-hmm.
So that means he had to have you at like 30 something.
35 about.
Something like that.
Yeah, right? When your dad had you, he probably already went through.
No, my daddy used to not be shit.
My point.
He told us.
It goes back to my point.
So he like, you did meet a nigga like your daddy. Them niggas ain't shit. They gonna be great when you.
Here's the thing.
You ain't give them a chance.
No. We never not doing that.
We never not doing what?
Giving them a chance to grow.
Your dad got a chance to grow though, respectfully. And I'm not trying to like be rude.
Right, but let me land. My dad was not shit before meeting my mother, right? So he's told us about like just some of his little dealings or whatever. But when he met my mom, because that was the person that he fell in love with and wanted to be with,
absolutely not true.
Hey Jay, what?
I'm, as a man, and I'm pretty sure if you have a different conversation with him, he probably will say the same thing. It's nothing your mother can do.
I didn't say she did anything.
You said because he met my mom.
No, I'm saying because he met her and that's the person he wanted to be with, he stopped being shy. I didn't say my mom made him. I'm not saying that.
Right.
That's on him. That's not on her.
Facts. Okay, so
she basically saying that when you find your person, if a nigga meet me and he get his shit together and he right, then I don't need to give him a chance because he gonna be
about you. I'm sorry, with all due respect, it don't got shit to do with you. It's got everything to do with him.
I didn't say it had anything to do with me.
I didn't say you did.
What the fuck is you
saying? Janae just said a point, and I'm talking to Janae's point. She said that if you meet up like me, no. I'm saying...
I ain't say like me. Bruh. It's okay. I'm simply, she's just saying that when somebody, when a nigga, I ain't say like me. I said when you meet me. At the end of the day, her point is
the words, man. Like it don't matter about you. It's what I'm telling you. It don't matter about you. It don't matter about the woman.
It does though because you asked her about giving a chance.
Bro, I'm saying I never said anything about me. You asked me. I said I.
You said when he met my mom. So all I'm saying is they don't.
First of all, you
am I making this shit up, bro? Like,
no,
I don't think that neither one of y'all are.
Order in the court. Order in the court. Order in the court.
Alex, shut up. I'm not team Alex no more either.
One mic.
He said when he met your mom, right?
How did we get there though? That's my point. Let's back up.
Go ahead.
What I said was, I don't think that I would meet anyone who essentially possesses all the characteristics that my dad has. So that's an expectation that I've lowered. Not in the sense that I'm expecting or that I want a nigga to be ain't shit. No, I still have standards, but I feel like expectation wise, those are lower because why would I expect you to, like, I just feel like if you knew my dad, you would understand what I mean. that's there.
Mhm.
And then you said how whatever, and I said I don't think I have. I don't think I met no nigga like my dad.
So again, I was trying to go to a point, but you to explain how your dad came.
But you
your
try to say
dad.
my daddy not like that.
I never said that though. Like never. That was never my point. I said you gotta understand when you met your dad. Your dad was 30-ish, right? Let's do the math.
But I'm talking about
Bro. Let me.
I thought it's fine.
because-
But I'm not talking about my dad. And as far as his life, I'm talking about my dad and the relationship with his.
Oh my God. He's just saying timing wise. He's just saying timing. You ain't at that time yet where the nigga's gonna be right yet. So when you get to that time,
about 35.
yeah, just be patient. Yeah.
Go.
I'm trying to. All I'm saying
I'm
is,
shutting up.
all I'm saying is, you're 20.
Respectfully.
You're 29 years old, right? And I'm not saying that this should be the point. I just made a post on Instagram about this, right? So it's not a personal attack. It's like you're 29 years old. So when you say like I've never met a man like my dad, and I'm saying like okay, respectfully, so why would you even like? I don't understand because it sounds like a negative connotation. Like I ain't never meet a nigga like my dad. And I'm like yo, let's put some things in perspective. When your dad had you, he was 30 something. So if you being 29, like, yeah, you probably met a few niggas here and there, but you ain't even give them a chance to begin to be that potential. Because even when your dad had you at your first 5 to 10 years that you probably don't remember, he still probably didn't arrive to the dad that you know now. You know what I'm saying? So like, again, I'm not making excuses for men out here, but I'm saying that there is some time where niggas grow and then they become who we are. I didn't just become Jay Hill and people think like, oh my God, he's such a great person. Nah, I was a fucked up nigga. I had to learn some things. I had to get through some things that go, you know what I'm saying? So like, that's all I'm trying to say. So like when I'm talking about these men, I'm like, is it even fair to have these expectations on these men? Like the expectations that we have.
I acknowledge that I don't have those expectations, though. I think that's what I was trying to say. I don't expect that. I don't expect somebody to come in and be perfect and be all of the things. I just kind of let you present who you gonna be, and we gonna figure that out.
Okay, so Janae, my bad, because Janae was about to say, go ahead. You was about to go into your perspective on the clip.
What was your question though? Because y'all.
It wasn't a question. You
did
it.
it?
No, I had a question for Jamila. You was about to say because you had a feeling about.
I was going to respond to your question. So,
what you thought about the clip? That was a question. He played the clip like with everybody without thoughts. Why y'all making this so, bro?
No. Time out. No, for real. Because you did ask her a question, and I was.
Oh, have you ever do you think more women should be?
Okay, thank you. Yeah,
I did say yes. That was my answer.
Was that your answer?
I don't think that was your answer.
Did I not say that?
Nigga, no.
I literally said, we can roll back the motherfucking clip. I said yes, of course. And then I said, but if I'm being honest, I have not ever experienced anybody like my dad. That was why I said that.
Oh, I thought you said I don't know or something like that.
You did. You said I can't answer that because I haven't experienced anybody.
I said yes, of course. When you asked, I said yes, of course.
No, originally you said hell no.
What,
no, originally you said
like my little key.
it's okay. You know what? Fuck it.
What's he saying? No shade.
Respectfully.
No shade. Respectfully.
No shade.
No more jokes.
Oh
my.
The emotions is flowing.
This is a joke. Like,
go ahead.
Get it.
Do you think more women should be more sensitive to that man?
I think that anybody in any situation should be attentive to their person. Mm-hmm. So,
No.
I knew you was gonna say that. Let me answer. Shut the fuck up and let me get to it.
All lives matter.
That was good. You good? I ain't lying.
I ain't no more.
You got my fucking laugh. You good?
No more jokes.
That was spot on.
No, stay in it. You're locked in, friend.
That was good.
Jay love to do this though. We're talking about women. Yes, I do think that women should be. And that's the thing though. So I don't like when you say more or less than, right? Only because from my experience, I can't tell you because I don't know what women are doing. I don't date women, right? So
Y'all niggas are unhinged today.
I hate her.
Shit. Y'all mad giggly like that was not even that funny.
Yo, she's a mess of the month, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Go ahead, Jay.
We missed last week. She had to come with the shits today.
Go ahead, Janae.
So yeah, I don't date women. So
okay.
I've never dated women.
Oh,
I would say somebody would tell me something.
No, proceed.
Like why y'all?
You did low key give bisexual.
I get bisexual. Damn.
You have that energy.
Can we get serious?
She is serious. No.
You look at us certain way?
What the fuck? I think I'm not bisexual.
I mean,
I'm
the way
saying
you
she-
said it.
No, she.
How you know she give a bisexual?
Because I know bisexuals.
Because I know bisexuals.
All right, go ahead.
Because you forgot both her siblings is gay.
You know.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead. She can. Shout out to the LGBTQ community.
No, I never dated a woman.
But go back to.
We got to get on track.
Go back.
You the one throwing us off.
My bad.
Anyway, yeah, so I don't date women.
Okay, you know.
So I really can't say what women should do more of. I really do feel like in terms of what's required in relationships, do I think that we should be attentive to our partner? Absolutely. I think that
Keep going.
y'all just be throwing me off with all these
I personally think. I think women are like.
I was just trying to breathe. You know,
You've been breathing this whole time, and that one was just real
I
loud.
honestly think women require too much to be more attentive to men for themselves. And
Let me get my heavy sighing.
I'm not trying to say that to be divisive. I'm
Women
not trying to say
should
that.
be very attentive to men. We as women really need to lock in and appreciate men for what they are.
Thank
Men
you.
are the treat from the world.
Yes.
And we
Mind
need to
you,
sit down, bow down.
No, look, mind you, Jay went viral for saying the niggas that want to be the prize is gay. Mind you, that's his most watched clip.
We as women really need to lock down, get in that kitchen, and do what we were supposed to do, and honor our men. Make sure we fix their
The
plate
men
first.
that deserve it. Men
No,
deserve it.
every man deserve it. Fix their plate first.
Yes.
I'm saving my nigga before my kid in a dying building. I'm dying too.
Nah, I don't gotta do that. But no, seriously, man, you joking for a kid.
Oh my God, I can't.
We gotta have serious. I'm dead ass. So I do again. I'm not trying to be divisive. I'm not trying to be anything. But I do think women require. I think they require too much to be
I would say explain.
like the emotional side. Like I feel like I almost feel like part of being a man is being aware of my woman. To be honest,
It is, but I think that that's part of being in a relationship. That's not true at all. That's not true. So this is the
I
thing.
don't expect you to.
You know why I think that's bullshit?
Uh-oh.
Let me tell you why that's bullshit. When niggas get caught cheating, a thing that I hear consistently is, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, but you weren't paying attention to me. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like,
Okay.
like, so now.
Let's have a mature conversation though, because that's not mature. No, that's not.
What my point was.
So why'd you cheat, Jay?
I cheated.
Say no, I'm playing.
I'm gonna say I cheated because I was immature.
So here's the thing. Multiple things can be true at once. We can all agree, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, cheating is an immature act. However, when you're talking, people
And
still
lack
have,
of self control.
however, people still have their reasonings, whether you agree with them or not, right?
Yes.
And what you were trying to say is you feel as though being attended to a man is not something that's on a woman, in your opinion.
Yes.
And what I'm saying is I don't agree with that, because from what I've seen in my lifetime is that when men have excuses for cheating, whether you agree with them or not, it's still their personal experience and their truth. I've heard so many men say they feel like they were neglected by their woman. Whether you feel like that's a valid reason to cheat or not is not the point. Even if they cheat or not, I still have heard men complain about not being valued by their women. So I think it's the same. We are human at the end of the day. We all want to be attended to. We all want people to recognize.
But you kind of proving his point though, in a way. But what I'm saying is though, in that it's kind of like, that's why I said it's a requirement to be attentive regardless. Like when you're in a relationship, but I think that this is where the consideration comes in. When we're not considerate to other people, it feels like a lack of love. So realistically, like you talking about cheating, you didn't consider me when you cheated. If I'm living this day in and day out and I'm doing X, Y, and Z, and you're not attentive to me and you don't consider what I have going on, my feelings and my emotions, I feel like you don't love me. I feel like you don't care about me because you're not considering me. Because that's what love is, consideration. You should be considering me, right? So at the end of the day, it's like, yes, you should be attentive to your person, but in order to, because you should be considering them. If you're not considering them, you're not really paying attention anyway.
So, have you read The Will to Change by Bell Hooks?
Mm-mm.
Something that you said just made me think about that book, because essentially, please.
Before you do it. Yeah, before you do it.
But essentially, the book analyzes how patriarchy harms men by forcing them to repress their emotions.
That's something I said a couple of weeks ago.
That's what I said too.
I'm a philosopher.
But it was just crazy.
New York.
It's crazy because like what you said as far as like we as men don't expect that from them. Like, it just made me think about that. Because, like, when I was reading the book, it was like, I think our inner child wants that, but, like, we are taught to repress that.
So is it bad if we say that that's y'all fault?
And I'm okay to have that conversation, but I just want to level set the conversation. Because even to your point of not feeling valued, I can't speak for most men, right? But I know I can speak for myself, and that it probably resonate for a lot of men, right? Being valued isn't you even through the eyes of a man. For me, through the eyes of me being valued really isn't even about you being so much more or less attentive to me. It's really about you complaining or not, right? It's really about you understanding what I'm doing, because a lot of times we're putting in work to cement our household, and then a woman will complain, or a woman is telling us what we're not doing. They're not really talking about what we are doing, right? So like when I'm thinking of being attentive, I'm not even thinking of like that's the minimum. Like how women say, like cheating, being faithful is the bare minimum, right? I'm thinking about that. So when I'm stepping out, it's like because you couldn't even do the bare minimum, right? So again, but at the same
Are you saying the bare minimum is the appreciation?
Yeah, but even the appreciation, because appreciation can go so many ways, right? I'm just talking about just
don't complain.
Just don't complain. I ain't even talking about nothing else.
Well, so this is my thing though, because this is where I feel like y'all be on bullshit. Because at the end of the day, just because you do one thing right don't mean that you're doing something else. That I can't address the fact that you're doing something wrong. And I feel like that's not fair. So for you to sit here and say, if you're fucking up right here, like, yes, you did this, thank you, I can be appreciative and still hold you accountable for fucking up in other ways.
You can.
So the thing is, when you say complain, a complaint is something that happens over and over again, which means that I already addressed it with you before. So that means you're doing it again. And now that you're doing it again and I'm addressing it again, now you're getting mad because it's constantly, nigga, change what the fuck you doing.
Pick them drawers up.
So
he said,
no. Listen, I'm not here to argue this.
Cap.
I just think again, and the conversation that I'm having, right? I think like in a dynamic, I'm trying to have this conversation without being divisive. Like in the dynamic versus men and women, I think.
Okay, let me.
As a man, right? Like I know I would do more to help or alleviate my woman than I think she would do for me, right? Like so for something small, let's pick the drawers up, right? Like I'm picking your drawers up, and I'm not going to say anything. Like you probably do it 10 times. I might joke with you, right? But then even in the joke, I don't think it's going to go well because the woman going to be like, but you know what I'm saying? Like just being honest. So like when I'm talking about being attentive and helping each other out, I do think just from my experience that men would be more helpful without saying anything than vice versa, right?
A part of being attentive, in my opinion, is also understanding what your partner needs from you. So if we're going to keep the draws analogy, if that's something that does not bother you, then I'm being attentive to that in the sense that that's not something that bothers you.
Or you abusing it.
No, she about to reverse it, because if it is bothering me.
If it bothers me, then you should be attentive to that. There's something that would bother you that wouldn't bother me, and vice versa. We're two different people at the end of the day, right? There's things that me and her may not agree on that bothers us. Because at the end of the day, we all have our own individual tics. Something that really bothers my dad is open cabinets and doors. No one understands why. It's just a thing with him. It bothers him. It has nothing to do with him being a book a man. It's just a Jeff thing. And then there's things about my mom with the floor. Because of that, everybody knows, close that cabinet, because you already know daddy finna get mad at that cabinet open. It's like, please pick that shit up off the floor because I don't feel like hearing her. That's us being attentive to each other's needs. And I think that that's more so the point versus this male and female dynamic. It's not, I don't think it's always about that, because at the end of the day, at the root and the toot, we're just people with our own tics. But I agreed in the beginning when you said, do you think that women should be more attentive to men who, key point, do all of these things? Yes.
Okay.
But then that, to me, that's where the accountability comes in, right? Because it's just like loving somebody in your love language. Like, this is how you love, and it may not bother you or doesn't move you, but it bothers me or moves me. So the attentive part is doing what I need while I do what you need. So the reality of it is, if you sitting here, we can leave the draws analogy the same. If me complaining about the draws is the issue for you, the nagging part is what's pissing you off. What's pissing me off is the draws. So how do we fix with each other? You stop leaving your draws, I stop nagging.
Yeah, man. I think we all just some fucking liars.
No, you just don't want to be.
No, I'm not, because bro, that sounds good in theory, right? But like even bro, like I joke about like you finesse me in this relationship or some shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because like think about it like this: what you want or what you like or what you get past to in the beginning don't be the same thing that you get past to while you in a relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like something might not even bother you while like you in that little romantic phase.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, y'all together, like it's so irritating. And as humans,
sure.
that's why I said we, right? And as humans, it's so hard to readjust because it's like I met you like this, and I automatically think you should be like this forever. When it's like, no, you can grow. And I know as me, I can't say a man. Sometimes I've heard women say men do this too. So like sometimes I'm gonna just keep with me. Sometimes I can put you in that box too, right? Or I can treat you, the person tomorrow, as the person I met yesterday, right? And I know that's not fair because I always should give you room to grow. But I do think that's just something that humans struggle with because, like, I met you like this and you said this was okay. So
but remember,
different.
You did that interview with the lady from the Potomac Housewives, and she was like, men get with women hoping that they stay the same,
yes.
and women get with men hoping that they grow into their potential, right?
Yes.
And so at the end of the day, I think that we all have different expectations, and none of us are going to be who we were when we first met each other. Mm-hmm. And I think that that's why you do have to be more attentive in your relationships. And that's why you have to communicate. Because at the end of the day, the shit that I like today may not be the shit that I like tomorrow. But that's why I said when we first started having these conversations that I want somebody that's adaptable because I'm adaptable. And whatever you offer today or whatever you do today that serves me well, if in 5 years that's no longer the thing for me and I need a new change, I need somebody that's going to work with me through that but I also need to be, that's why I like transparency. We need to be able to communicate with.
Where the superior man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think, I can't, I'm trying not to leave blanket state, but we having conversation. Where the man talks about women in the movement like the ocean, right? I think that's it. Because through my friendships or what I know about men, like for me, I'm pretty consistent. From the day you meet me to day 100. That's why I always say, at least I'm consistent, right? I'm consistent, right? So, but women don't be as consistent. And I'm not saying that to be bad, bro. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, not. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying it to be a bad thing, but I think that's the
but I think that it also could be a bad thing in a way for men too, because you can consistently be you, but you also could be shit, bro.
But I ain't talking about, I'm not talking about bad. I'm just saying like, so if I say, yo, I want my woman to be like this, right? For the most part, I think I'm from now to year 5, I want my woman to be like this. Whereas though a woman be like, man, yeah, I'll be like, man, I might be a little messy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, okay, that don't bother me.
No. It don't bother you now, right? But when it gets bad over time, and not only that, we could talk about the same way you said about Jamila not meeting her dad, right? You ain't gonna meet no nigga because niggas gotta grow into that. Mm-hmm. At some point, when do you grow? Because at the end of the day, if you recognize this thing about yourself, mm-hmm. when the fuck do you put in effort to be better?
What if I'm happy with who I am right now? I'm
but that's the thing, though. What if nobody's happy with that?
If nigga, I got my life.
I'm not talking about that. I'm not saying that, but I'm just.
It ain't nobody.
We can talk about. We can get specific. And
I just feel like if I said that, you would have been like, okay, where's the accountability?
What?
I'm saying the same thing. Like I ain't asked verbatim where's the accountability.
No, but that's what it is though, because the thing about it is that you can sit here and say like it's acceptable. It's acceptable in your own space when it's yours. But when you're in a shared space, it's not acceptable to nobody. You're going to have the same issue because everywhere you go, you take you with you. So what you have to do is at the end of...
Confused. I'm not going
to... Yeah, I'm not talking...
No, you
talking about something.
No, you made a comment though.
I'm talking. I'm just saying like in general. Like I'm not even going there. I swear. I'm just saying.
No, we don't have to go there. I'm just saying.
Like far as like as an observation, I think men are just more like, yo, if I'm one way, I'm one way, and I don't think because they are that, I don't think they are as comfortable with women being so up and down or like as the ocean, like the book would say. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the disconnect. I'm not saying that that's a wrong thing. I'm just saying as an observation, I can see that being the disconnect between men and women.
I understand that. I'm saying that you being one way is not always healthy. Just because you accept the fact that you're one way, what I'm saying is you can be one way today. You should always be ever evolving and growing. Right. So you should not just be this way and be this way for the rest of your life.
Okay. What's your question?
Remember we were having a conversation where you were talking about the woman that you create? Mm-hmm. When you talk about like... Mm-hmm. How do you feel like that plays a factor into this? Because you talk about, like, let's say you're consistent, right? But, like, you don't consistently change and the woman becomes that over time, right?
I think it plays a major.
You feel like there's a sense of accountability that we have to take, though? If it's like, yeah, I'm still being consistent, but you see what the person is becoming as a result of it.
I mean, that's why I said this conversation isn't about like who's wrong or not.
No.
Like, so like, yeah, I think all of it matters. I think every action has a counter or like a
Reaction.
equal or greater reaction, right?
Mhm.
So I think it all matters for sure. So like, if you are consistently one way and then she eventually accept it, that can make her different ways,
Mhm.
and that might be a way you might not like. That goes to saying, be careful what you ask for, right?
Mhm.
So like, yeah, I think for sure.
Okay.
And then also, if you're going one way and you're doing this and not even her accepting it, she's constantly bucking at it, then it's like you creating another different type of monster.
Okay, so what's the consistency with the clip? Do we agree with this or?
I mean, I think, well, from what I gather,
it didn't seem like something that was like a agree, disagree. It seemed like she was more so making just an observation of a certain type of man, I think.
No,
That's what it felt like to
she
me.
was saying what women should be to these men.
like, in an attentive
I
manner.
think it's an agreed or disagreed topic. I just think that everybody's gonna have a different type of style based off of their own experiences. Like, everybody's not gonna agree because some people might be like, I am attentive to my man, and nigga still ain't shit. Well, I am, you know what I mean?
Attentive
I
is.
don't think she was talking about ain't shit, man.
Yeah.
Everything she's.
Let's not talk.
No, for sure. It definitely
But
sounds like
good men.
a good man, Savannah.
Okay, so it's okay. Does it, to be a good man, does it require all of that? Why can I have some of that and not everything?
You could be an okay man.
I mean, that's subjective.
I was going to say
That's
that.
true, yeah.
I think the whole conversation is subjective because I
what you
think.
define as a good man is truly subjective. But I do think what she described sounds like a pretty decent gentleman, if you ask me.
But I also think at the beginning, like what you describe as attentive is subjective too, in the aspect of that conversation. Because what you may believe or need something to be like your attention on may be different to the next man.
That's
You know
why
what
I
I'm
said
saying?
relationship conversations are always like, I don't even know what really to say because what I look for and what I want.
Well, what do you want, Jamila? What's going on?
She wants
Get to
some
the bottom
work.
of that.
Jamila wants some work.
She needs some fucking work.
Consistent work.
What do you want?
Healthy work.
We're gonna create a
good
new
job.
segment for you.
She need a fucking job.
We're gonna put you on. What's that
I got a
show?
couple jobs.
Love is Blind.
Wow.
Fuck
Ma'am,
love ain't blind. Love is sexy.
love is sexy. I agree.
She said she got a couple.
Ew.
Yeah. Hey. What? I guess I want to go back to dark.
Because Jay was like,
back dark?
"This one, I didn't like this one."
Want to go back dark?
Because was this supposed to be the light?
I thought it was a conversation that we
Nigga,
could
you
have.
do that.
I mean, we laughed a lot.
No light.
Can I ask you a random question? Sorry. If you bring a friend into like a group,
Mhm.
do you feel like you're responsible for them?
Yes.
No.
I call those step friends.
Wait.
In what way?
A lot. Yeah, what's that?
So let's
back
say you
in the
make a
day
connection.
responsible?
Yeah. So like, let's say you make a connection, right?
You said back in the day responsible?
Yeah, you know, back
Jay gonna always say no. Jay
Let's
like,
say- all right,
y'all
let's
grown.
say we are going to a mixer. Like, okay, you're an artist, right?
Yes and no. How about
And Jay invites you to a party with the homies.
Mhm.
Do you feel like he's responsible, or do you feel like you're responsible for her when she's in the environment?
to an
And
extent.
to like what happens, like if
Yes, because who brought this nigga? It's gonna be asked. Yo, whose man's is this? There's reasons people ask that question. You are a reflection. If I bring you into a space, you are
You
a
show your
reflection
ass.
of me.
Mhm.
And what is it, right or wrong? It don't matter. It is what it is. That's how we operate. But I do think that you are in a way now directly responsible for their direct actions. No, you did what you did. But I'm gonna question you. That's the type of folks you be around.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
It depends on how you react to it too.
You are a reflection of my discernment in that moment. That's simply it.
Yeah.
You're a reflection of me.
Because realistically, you can show your ass and I can grab you up and get the fuck out of here now. Everybody like, yeah, you handled that right.
It just showed me that, like, damn, I thought she was cool, and I learned the same time that y'all learned that she wasn't. So,
But then on the other hand, the responsibility part, we come into a space and we're together, and then you bring me into a room with a bunch of guys or whatever. Make sure that they treat me well.
Yes.
Because then in a way, there's responsibility that way too.
Agreed.
Why you laughing?
Hey, I never
See,
thought
this-
of that. That's
cause
something.
y'all niggas will twist, flip.
Oh my God, no. I'm saying there's responsibility both ways. What are you talking about?
Yeah, for sure. But God damn, how did we get there?
I would hope that you're bringing me to a comfortable space.
Yeah.
Like
The
the
same way
environment. You
I
have to
can't
make
show
sure
my
the
ass, they
environment's
can't be showing their ass either.
It both matters.
Yeah, I'm about to say you the neutral person in both situations. So what you mean? How do we get there? We walk through the door.
And it's
I'm not saying you're wrong at all. You're right.
It's a lot of responsibility to be the person to bring step people around. It is. kids.
You call them step people for real?
Step people, yeah, those are step friends.
Jay say no. Jay be like,
No,
If I was to bring Jay to my friends, you are the step friend to those friends because they don't know you're not a part of this core anchor. You're not an anchor. I would be considered the anchor friend. This is something that we use in terms of like housewives as well. It's just the way to understand it. So I would be the anchor friend, right? Because I am both close to them and to you.
Mhm.
You would be a potential step friend. You're not a step friend yet, but you're an outsider coming in, right? And so if you are cool with them, if you develop some sort of like, okay, we cool, then you'll become their step friend. And so now going forward, every time they see you, they would speak and there's, camaraderie and things like that. And because I'm bringing a new step friend or someone into my anchor situation, I have the responsibility for my friends to not act the ass to you because you are a new person, but you better not show your ass either because now they're going to look at me like, don't be bringing no weirdo people around me.
All right. So let's take it to another level. Like, let's say from a professional standpoint, you bring somebody around for an opportunity. Like, how do you feel like you have to steward that relationship?
I will say there's a lot of thought that goes into bringing people into like the professional space because your professional
that's where your money
Your
is.
reputation.
Thank you. Your professional reputation is everything, especially in our space. Like you know what I mean? Like it's important whether we like it or not. And so I definitely take a lot of thought and consideration when it comes to bringing people around certain spaces in that way. Luckily for me, I genuinely don't kick it with weirdo people in general, so I don't really have that experience, but I have seen how that could really mess somebody up because it's like you brought them around and now they're being weird. I am looking at you because you brought them and I'm trusting within you, and I've been the plus one as well, right? I've been the person that someone has brought. I also know it's also on me to know that I am being brought by somebody. I need to make sure I behave in a certain way so that I don't make them look bad. And then so that I can keep being invited to these places. It definitely all matters, unfortunately. Sorry. It's just world.
You know what that?
Yeah, I mean,
He was over here making faces.
You say his head hurt. I'm like, what's going on?
I understand it. But I think it's truth to that. I just don't like it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
it's not fair.
I was raised in an environment where as though like I'm not going to bring somebody around that's just anything. So if I bring you around, when you say you're not around a bunch of widows, right? I resonate with that, right? I relate to that. So I'm not putting. So I think I don't. The contradiction to me is like if I'm not around a bunch of weirdos, then I don't put thought into it because that's not even my reality. So the reality is if I bring somebody around, then they was a good person to me. So if they fuck up, I need all of y'all, whoever want to judge me, to be responsible adults to understand that people represent who they are. So I'm not going to bring nobody. Like if Alex brings somebody around me, I have faith in Alex that he vetted this person. Like this is a good person. Yeah. Now if this nigga do some fucked up shit, this nigga's a fucked up nigga. I ain't looking at Alex because I trust Alex enough to know that. I know Alex enough to know that. Now if it's a random nigga, then I might be like, you know what? Like I don't have time to learn neither one of them. So fuck both of them. But if it's people that I know, no, you're not responsible for the person you brought, and that's a work or pleasure.
So what happens? So let's say you trust Alex, right? And then Alex brings somebody around and they act the ass. Does Alex get a chance to bring somebody else around again?
For sure.
Every time Alex brings somebody around,
you be like, well, hold on now. Who that nigga right there? Hold on.
Like, I'm gonna speak to that person. Like, yo, you good, bro? Hold up. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I'm just outspoken like that. Like, bro, why you drinking all? Like, hold up.
But if
in a professional setting, though,
in general, if Alex keeps bringing around
stragglers,
Thirsty Joe.
First of all,
I'm gonna tell Alex not to bring him around.
But if it keeps being different Thirsty Joes, then
eventually you're gonna be like, Alex, put your hands down. We know it's just.
No, you're right. I'm like, yo, Alex, like, what the fuck?
What's going on?
And then you be like, you always got thirsty ass niggas around you.
Not a Thirsty Joe.
But it's still, I'm not like. Yeah, I guess I am just. I'm a joke with him, but I don't lose no like it. No.
But we're not saying lose your relationship with Alex, but
but it reflects on.
Yeah, it's gonna be like we got.
You're keeping who's your community,
and it's gonna be like Alex, your discernment is not good. Mm-hmm. We gonna have to talk about that.
Yeah, but I'm not judging. Like I don't in the work.
But I think that think about like things where like you have opportunities. Let's say you serve as a liaison for somebody. You get them opportunity somewhere, right? And that you have a great relationship with this brand, you have a great relationship with this person, and you like, all right, I think y'all would do well together. And then you bring them to opportunity, and they show their ass and it's terrible. And then now that brand that you could have had opportunities with is now like, we not fucking with you because you brought us this shitty
That's
ass.
on them. Do I feel like it's the same way? Like I'm bigging up a restaurant and you go there and it's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Like,
don't
do I
ever
feel
suggest nothing
like,
else.
do I feel like a little guilt inside for sure? But I'm saying I'm talking about end of the day type thing.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you can't see me past who this person is, that's on you, not me. Yeah. So in the moment, I might feel like discomfort, like, damn, man. But in the reality of it, man, that shit.
Do you feel like you have to build the relationship or rapport with somebody before you can bring somebody else around first, so that way you can be locked in with them more? Because what you're saying is, let's say I've known you for a week and then I'm bringing you somebody else, like, I don't trust you enough. It's only been a week. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you do bring some fuck shit around me now, I automatically associate you with fuck shit because I don't even know you like that. So you feel like it has to be like, this relationship has to be set in stone. Like, we solid before I can bring fuck shit around, because then I can look past it and be like, nah, I know who you are as a person. I trust you as a person, regardless of that outlier situation.
I don't know. I think
That's tough.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not
It's
like,
case by case at that point.
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like for me, it's just like, because that's the only way that I feel like I can look past certain things. Like, if I've known you for a while, I'm like, no, this is a stand-up person. Like, I fuck with you. I know you good. So if something do happen, it's like, I might look, I can't look at them and be like, hell no, because that ain't the nigga that I know. You know what I mean? But if I don't know you like that, and then you bring some shit around, it's like, oh, nah, you probably are like that. Because I don't know you well enough.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying. I think that you have to have that rapport, obviously.
Yeah.
On both sides. But I think it's at what point, you know what I'm saying? Like, at what point in that relationship do you feel like, because it's like, if you know somebody for 10 plus years or 8 plus years, it's like, all right, cool. I'll be able to understand like the character and everything in that capacity. But then even if I don't know you, would I even be comfortable with you bringing anybody to begin with? You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have that rapport. So obviously, like, I think that, nah, some niggas don't have no shame. Some niggas from day one be okay, I bring my mates. And it's not,
I know people who be like, I'm going to be
shame.
me regardless. So when I get in here, I'm going to act the ass.
Actually, I want to correct myself, because I don't necessarily think that's just not no shame. Because I think that there are just people that really want to put on their community because they believe in their community.
They
that
do,
much.
yeah.
But the discernment is just like, you may not even understand the criteria of that room before you step into it. And that's the unfortunate thing, because there's a lot of, and I'm gonna just speak to it, elitism that takes place in certain places.
Yeah.
That if you're not willing to assimilate, it's going to look like, oh man, like, why is this person around?
Yeah.
And I think that I had to learn that the hard way. That every space isn't for everybody, even friend groups. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was something that was hard for me back home, where I'm like, dang, like, you go to college and then you come back and the people that you grew up with, I'm like, yo, they don't mesh. You know what I'm saying? Or this isn't the space for everybody. And it felt like disingenuous a little bit. And it might be. I don't know. Like, I had to really process that, because like, everybody can't be in every room.
Yeah.
But you want everybody in every room.
It's like having a birthday party and you got your back home friends with your new friends, and it's like everybody sitting on this side and this side. Everybody ain't gonna get along.
You know what's funny? Because I think the same thing. I used to be. I learned that in college, and I remember one of my homies was like, man, you know, like, every friend can't be with every friend. And now that I'm a little older, I don't even think it's disingenuous. I feel like everybody don't have the same capacity as other people.
Exactly.
Like, one of my friends right back home, right? I know, like, this nigga is crazy, but because I know him, like, I'm more lean. I already know what he's gonna be. But to bring him around my friends, especially when I don't know how they're gonna react to it, I might bring him around for a little bit here, and then a little bit more there, then a little bit more. I don't think it's disingenuous. It's just I already know. Like, man,
Yeah, sometimes I about to say you gotta know your people, because I about to say you gotta give people a buffer sometimes. So you gotta like prepare them. Like, I got a friend who I feel like says some wild shit, and I know that they gonna say wild shit. And it's not even a thing if they don't mean it in a negative way. That's just how they talk, and they're just very like open. And so, but to other people, it's uncomfortable, and it's like, why the fuck would you ask me some shit like that? Why would you say that? And at the end of the day, so sometimes I gotta be like, all right, listen. So look, they might say something like this wild off the wall.
You gotta give a disclaimer.
I give a disclaimer, because the reality of it, they don't mean no harm. But the reality is, when you come in and they have the conversation, I don't want you to feel uncomfortable or feel like they trying to try you or something like that, because that's not the intention. And they don't understand, or maybe they do understand, but they feel like they don't want to dumb down themselves. Yeah. So it's like, look, this is who I am, and if you don't fuck with it, just don't bring them around.
So what I don't like, though, because I feel like I'm like super adaptive, right? I don't fuck with somebody give me energy and I give it back and they can't take it. Cause I'm adaptive. So like,
mean.
like we might be like I might be with that friend, and that friend might say something crazy. I'm gonna say something crazy back, and then it's like whoa,
then they feel not that way.
Like you feel me? Like
I thought that's what we was on.
Now all of a sudden you sensitive. It's like, God damn, I accepted who you for who you were. I just, you know what I'm saying, that was an issue. Like, oh, you want me to shut the fuck up? Yeah.
Respectfully. Hey, yo, we're never going to let this go. This is going to linger forever. And the whole time, did you even drop that shit for
No.
I thought, oh, shit.
You're making it worse. We're going to get past it.
Shit off.
You can't get this connected to the laptop.
Y'all niggas are crazy.
But I only say that just I do consider like a lot of just the nuance of friendships and, you know, relationships, because at the end of the day, then you also have people, I'm sure, like, remember we talked about before, like, people who are like, you doing the damn thing, you doing this and that, and they think like so highly of all the things you do and all the access you have, the people that you meet, the people you're dealing with. And it's like, yeah, like, as a friend, like, I could look at my friend and say, I see how this would benefit you in some regard, but at the same time, doesn't mean that I'm going to give you the opportunity to work with this person because, or I'm not going to do the introduction because either I don't have a solid relationship with them just yet, or I don't know how you're going to handle yourself in that space, or I don't know the benefit of, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I feel like it's so, it's up and down. And I think.
Which leads me to my next question. At what point in a relationship do you feel like, what are your criteria?
Are you saying like, wait, what's
like,
type
what
of
is your
relationship?
criteria for like establishing a relationship or giving an opportunity to somebody? Because, you know, a lot of times people hit me up all the time like, yo,
I want to be on a pod. People be hitting me up saying that too. I'm trying to be on a pod. I just say, I don't do the booking.
I hate that. Like, bro, why you can't just support it, man?
but
Because they feel like they got so much value to bring to the conversation.
I want to know what are you already doing? Because I think I also kind of take a little bit of offense to thinking for you trying to jump shit and like trying to essentially use me as your bouncing board. Yeah, it's like, yo, you need to do something first. Let me, like, what are you doing? Like, and it's also like, I'm flattered, but why do you think that I'm not Jay-Z in this moment. I'm not about to get you your record deal and you ain't about to just, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm still working, and everything you see that I'm doing right now is because I am knee deep in this shit.
I work my ass off for this.
I've been doing this for 14 years.
And then you don't got shit going on. You think you could just cut my ass?
That doesn't make sense to me.
I'm not flattered.
And it's like,
I'm not flattered.
I had a person that I know pretty closely who asked me for a favor to get someone on our podcast.
Hold on.
Oh.
No, keep on.
Okay, go ahead. She said, no, I want to be seen.
You got to know that. Yeah, give me that. Okay.
Remember what you were saying? You had a person ask.
Yeah, I had a person who I know pretty closely who asked me for a favor for someone else. Like, hey, can you get my friend on your podcast? This would really be good for them. I go to their page to see who this person is, and
respectfully,
there's not nothing that would make sense for her. But also, there's been opportunities for you, my friend, to support me, and you were not there to do so. So to now ask me for a favor for somebody else on your behalf is insane to me. And I think that people don't even think about how much that takes. People think that these favors are little, and they're not. But to answer your question about what it takes, for me, I feel as though I'm very communal in the aspect of bringing people into rooms and spaces. I do my best to move and shake in that way because I know what that can do. I know what just being in a room can do when you're able to maneuver around. When I first started managing my artist, which is actually my best friend, I was not managing her at first. I was like, listen, I you know what I'm saying? I know I get invited to a lot of events. Just come with me and work the rooms. Like, I'm sure it's gonna be somebody there that can whoop, whoop, whoop. And that's how our artist management relationship started. Me just using my platform, because I know I get a lot of +1s to these events. You just be my permanent +1, and maybe we can help build you know, your platform in that way. And if I go to an event that I think that this friend over here can benefit from, you're about to come. Oh, this will be a good event for you. You need to come. And I think that's sometimes all that you have to do is on them. It's on them to, you know, continue the ball rolling. But as far as my close friends and the people that are you know, I recognize they're actually doing that work, any opportunity I have that I'm able to open that door, I try to really do that. And I try to, you know, create spaces. And that's like a big goal of mine in general, to be a facilitator and like an open door policy of just opportunities for people. But I do not like when that is taken advantage of, because I do think that comes with it as well. Sometimes people want to just kind of skip steps and not really appreciate where you are. And a part of being able to walk through other people's door that they're opening is the humility and the respect that you have to give them as well. Because it's already a difficult industry. And I feel like people don't have like this appreciation for what we do. It's just like you want favors, but you don't want to show up for people. It's like, where were you when you had the opportunity to come to this free event?
Where your ass was at when you...
Where was you when you could have reposted this flyer for this event that I was doing? You could have... There's so many different ways that you can support that doesn't have anything to do with money.
They just be having the audacity. And this might sound crazy. It might be extreme. Nigga, I don't even feel right going to God asking for shit if I ain't praying in a while. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I'd be like, man, damn, I don't want to just ask God for this. I need to say thank you. You know what I'm saying? Niggas will come and just act like niggas have the balls. I'm like, bro, what the entire like, you don't do nothing for me. You could think you just ask me for a favor.
That's facts. I don't even think I thought of it that much. I remember one time I had this girl, honestly, I have a couple people that are like DM me and be like, can you repost this? Can you repost this? And I'm like, for what? But one, it don't align with nothing I got going on. So why would I post that? And then two, it's also like, you ain't never reposted my shit, bro. This your first message to me because we went to high school together that you think?
I don't, because I understand the work. It's certain, like, bro, I'm reluctant to ask cameramen to do shit, or even like I might have connects with bigger celebrities. Like, bro, people ask me like, you ask them to do this for me. Nigga, I barely ask them to do anything for me. You probably seen them on my page one time. Nigga, I'm not just hitting them up asking for favors and shit. And you want me to use one of my favors for you? You niggas gotta be out your motherfucking mind. Especially with a podcast shit, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Boy, that podcast shit, niggas like, yo, I love your podcast. And I hate, it's almost to the point where I can't even take compliments no more. Cause it's like, I know it's followed by, can I get on there? And like, yo, don't give me no motherfucking compliment if you want to just get on the podcast. Why can't you just be a supporter? Like, what happened to just, I don't even want to say fans, but god damn, niggas like, yo, I really fuck with what you got going on. No, you don't, nigga. You just trying to see how I can benefit
you. Want to be a part of.
Suck my dick. I hate that. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. Because niggas like, bro, that's one of my biggest pet peeves, bro. Like, because they be like, they're big you up. I'm like, and you, and it feels so good. And it's like you stripped it away from me. Like, bro, it feels so good for somebody to be like, man, I love what you do. And like, it's so dope. And I'm like a big supporter. It's like, wow, like, this is what I do it for. Just for you to turn around and be like, yo, can I get on? You probably never even watched the fucking episode then. You just said that because you see me on Instagram that can help your ass out. Fuck out of here.
Imagine.
Fuck ass nigga.
You meet LeBron James.
Yo.
You meet LeBron James. Yo,
bro, I just say you didn't get me a man. Shut your rabbit ass mind.
But I think that's what it is. It's just like,
never dribbled a basketball in your fucking life.
People see you for where you were versus where you are, and not realizing that. And I think that that's something. It's something that I wrestle with.
Fuck all that, Alex. You said that shit politically correct. Right. Nigga never motherfucking spoke publicly a day in their fucking life. They want to send them a podcast.
Yeah, I'm about to say, and the thing is, you
nigga when you not Stephen A. Smith as soon as they see him, yo, that's the bait. Nigga, shut the fuck up. Nigga, like, go to school, bitch. I hate that shit, bro.
It's very frustrating, and it also feels like
we just became 1% worse today.
We on that type of time.
Well, I already told we see. No, that's the 1% worst couch. We better over here.
You see, it's dark. It's dark right here. We came in all black.
Yeah,
that shit's a headache, bro.
Nah, but I mean, on some really like serious.
Drain what the fuck I got going on.
Jake can't let us
the fucking juicer. That's what you want to do. Then you want to just take me and squeeze every little bit of energy out. Like, fuck, I hate that.
Who did it, Jay? Call them out. Say their name right now. They said they want to be in the podcast. Put them on there. Say their name right now.
I get so many DMs where y'all have no
Give me one. Who said it? Alex, they ain't watching anyway.
Somebody that just came to the podcast, the live. They be like, man, I love what you're doing for the community, man. It's so dope, man. You know, one day I'm going to be on your bro. fuck. Just at least have some
wait.
coof about it, right? So you can say
Well,
it.
that's not as bad. One day I'm.
I know, but he's so sick of it. That he
Nah,
can't
it's like,
even-
bro, because like, are you a supporter or you want to be a collaborator? Like, it's like, yo, at least have some cool about it. Like me, I'm a finesse a little. Ain't nothing wrong with
Learn your
finessing. You know
finesse.
what I'm saying? Like, you can be like, y'all really fuck
And
what you got
you know-
going on, bro.
And
How
can
can I
I give
support?
everybody a tip?
How
Can I
can I
give
support?
everybody a tip? Here is a huge tip
Thank
from
you.
me to you.
Make it 1% better.
Okay.
Yeah, let's
Jesus.
1% it up.
You have such a better chance of working with somebody when you don't ask them to. I am telling you from experience. I don't think I've asked somebody directly the first time ever, because why would I? I'm just meeting them. You think I'm walking up to LeBron and saying, let's get on the team versus building that relationship, and then it makes sense. It's such an easier pull when you build that relationship first. And it's not about being a scheming, conniving little bitch.
No, let them see you.
Exactly, because people want to work with you when they know that you are already doing
Working.
that work.
Mhm.
And
Let them see
if
you.
I could add, not even to be on the petty shit, like, I don't want to say like conniving, but it is a way of finesse. And the
Yeah.
finesse is to help. It's like if you want a shortcut, bro.
Offer something first.
Exactly. If you want a shortcut, you want some type of finesse. The finesse is helping. You get in rooms by adding value. When you
Exactly.
add value, people see you. Right?
Exactly.
Think about even when Janae been on a podcast. Like, it wasn't a Jay, I want to be on a podcast thing. It's like Janae like to fucking debate all the time. And she be smart. So I might put on a podcast. It might do good for content, right? Alex was behind the camera all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, nah, Alex really know some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need this nigga to go to couch because I don't know as much. So I need him to help me. But I say this, like, bro.
What about me?
Hey, yo, what the fuck is your problem, bro?
I knew you was going to say that, though.
I know you did.
She say that every episode. Well, what about?
Nah,
She was looking at him dead in his eye, waiting for his
And I
you
mother.
want to know the truth? You want to know the truth? I don't even want. We having fun.
Oh, just give it to
I
it.
fuck with you. I think you was a unexpected addition because I just wanted you to come collaborate. You get what I'm saying? And then you adding value, went out your way to be a regular and to make it your own. And I thought that was dope. I appreciate that for sure.
And he thinks you're brilliant.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Like that.
On God.
I don't say that because I think that's like.
Look at her on God. She is.
Yeah, nah, but I really love how you kind of like
You're like the
created your own space. Yeah. But outside of that, I'm saying like personally, I think not for sure. I thought that for sure.
No, dead ass.
I give that love. But like I love how you like kind of like took the seat. Like, no. Yeah, I'm the ghost. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's dope because like I wanted that. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you. But yeah, man, I feel like man, just come in and add value, like man, or finesse and be like, yo, I really support it, right? And then support it over time. And then I might see what you got going on. Like, oh shit, bro, like yo. pull up.
That's building that rapport though, because then even like we said, just having that relationship with somebody where it's like I'm always there. When I'm always around, and then it's like, all right, cool. Now I can bring. Oh, matter of fact, I know this person got this opportunity. This might work for you.
Remember when 50 Cent was talking in his book about like the intern route? Like when he was talking about Columbia Records, right?
When he went to the club? Oh no.
No, he was talking about like.
I'm about to say, I know
Columbia
you're not about to talk about
Records.
this
He was
damn faking the bottles.
Like, I
There's
kind of.
another part to that with his watch, but go ahead.
But basically, he.
What about the car, right? When he
No, he was saying like I intern for people.
Okay.
Like when I first, they weren't giving me an opportunity. Like I got into the rooms as offering service. Like let me learn from this person, this, that, and the third. I think that's something that we can all put in perspective for the person that's watching. It's just like you have to show the value to be able to get information,
bro, and
right?
paper.
And another thing that I want all y'all to hear is you need to also be comfortable with working horizontally.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, and this is no shade to my people. This is no shade to my people. I get it. Sometimes you do got to shoot that shot, and sometimes you do.
Yeah,
on
facts.
God.
That's a fact. Yeah.
But if you let's use the example from the live podcast, right? Everybody in there was in entertainment. I said, raise your hand if you're in entertainment. Everybody raised their hand. Everybody wanted to talk to LaRussell, and I get it, right?
That's a perfect time to work with each other.
You are missing on key elements because this
Like
nigga
funding,
finna go.
you had funding in
And you
there.
live in Atlanta.
You had
That nigga not finna call you
Collaborations.
back tonight. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay. And that's not, he is not wrong for that. It doesn't make sense right now because what can you do for him? That's one of those, when you're in those spaces, my tip from me to y'all is that's a great person to meet and just be like, I met him, right?
Mm-hmm.
For example, I was at somebody's listening party and I seen T.I. Now was not the time for me to ask T.I. for anything. I was just grateful to meet the nigga. Like, you one of my favorite rappers. What's up, T.I.? That's it. Sometimes that's all you need to do in that moment. There's so many other people in there that I met that day that was actively currently helping us right now.
Mm-hmm.
T.I. can't do shit for me right now. And that's okay. Sometimes you just meant to meet them niggas.
I learned that lesson the hard way.
And then the next time you come around, guess what? Now you're a familiar face.
Mm-hmm.
And I respect the fact that you wasn't asking me for no fucking handout in that moment.
What do y'all think about? I'm just curious. The girl that asked the question to LaRussell yesterday. What do y'all think about that?
Which girl?
Well, I think
the one that did the interview.
She had asked to do some content. I think that was so. Considering what she does, media. I think that sometimes you gotta shoot your shot and it worked out for her. Cool. I don't think that that's always gonna work. And I think that but I don't think that she did anything wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But because like I said, for her, she was, asking to do some content, to do some media. That's honestly that's what that space looks like,
Mm-hmm.
which is why I'm not really mainly in that space, because it is kind of awkward, like trying to always chase after those interviews and stuff, doing press. That's the job, though.
It's like a trunky.
I missed that. I was outside.
Yeah,
I saw the interview portion of it, but I didn't know how it ended.
She talked to me before, and I like, me, I'm like, man, yeah, nigga. It's just, it's tricky because you don't want to make nobody feel uncomfortable.
Exactly.
But at the same time, I learned that like you got to force a nigga to say no.
Yeah.
Like that's a part of the game, but like it come with time. I ain't had nothing. I think.
Yeah. It just.
I thought it was dope, but I can see how that can go a different route if it was other people. Like if I wasn't those, like, cause some niggas get.
Yeah,
some
and
niggas
it was
be
A little
jealous.
testy. Like, hold on, this my shit.
And it was,
I was like, you did say something. I said something to you yesterday too about because somebody else was like before.
Yeah.
Somebody randomly, not even that, she went up to him. I don't know. I felt like they came specifically for that shit. Went up to him and was like, "Hey, I want to introduce you to somebody," and he shook their hand and then he immediately started interviewing him.
Mm-hmm.
Like it wasn't no. And I said, "Hey, yo, get this under control. You ain't even get your interview out the way yet, and they out here doing interviews."
And I genuinely
And Jay said, I'm cool with that. If LaRussell say he cool with it, I'm cool with it. Ain't got nothing to do with
Let
me.
me tell you why though. When we did one music fest, we would have to be on that same time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it depends on the space. It depends on the environment.
Yeah, but that wasn't no
Depends on
damn
the
one music fest.
But I'm just saying because like we had to. Like you remember?
But then
No, I agree. I get that.
Though. Like I said at worst.
that was uncomfortable for me, and I was trying to do interviews there, and I really didn't get that many because I was like, I don't feel comfortable, kind of just even though this a media tent, everybody's doing press and media. It's intimidating in that way, and I understand it for sure. But you just got to know how to work that room. And for me, I try to like do a lot of gauging beforehand. I feel like I'm really good at reading body language. I can tell when somebody's going to be open or not to talk in that way. You know what I mean? And so I
don't know. I've been in different spaces when it comes to media though. Like I've been like assisting somebody doing media, but most of the time she's doing like red carpets and stuff like that. So it's a little more organized. So I don't see like that jumping around like bubble effect of things. Like for me, it's like everybody's in a line. The celebrity comes, everybody get their interviews, they get their photos, like, and so I'm only seeing that in like an organized space. Yeah. So anything outside of that, I don't really know.
Girl,
Yeah, it
gets crazy.
I believe it.
Jamila back said, "My man, yo,
work with the people around you."
This Jamila, you better do this.
But I do agree with you in terms of networking across. Yeah. I think that a lot of people, like you said, everybody always shoot for the moon because it's just like everybody wants to. I want the exposure. Like if I work with somebody that is more known than me, then maybe. But half the time that shit don't be working anyway. To be honest,
you're doing that now, but now you don't even. You skipping steps, and now you don't have the infrastructure to back up your play. You may think that you can really be beneficial to this person right now, but you probably can't because you don't have nothing to show for it. You need to work, and you need to have a portfolio.
It ain't beneficial to them at all. It's really them doing you a favor.
And the thing is, good work gonna speak for itself. So as you continue to work, as you continue to grow your network, as you continue to grow your brand, and you're doing these things and you're meeting these high-profile people, they see you. I promise you they do, and they're taking note. They're seeing what you do without their help, so they can see, does this person even have the work ethic, or they just wait for somebody to do this shit for them? People just want the opportunity but don't want to work. But if they see you doing that shit and silently kind of watching, I've heard that so many times, like, yeah, I want to work with you because I've seen what you've been doing. All on the strength of me doing this by myself. It's just, I'm not calling Beyonce right now. If I was to meet Beyonce right now, I'm not about to ask her to shoot a video. The fuck would I do that for? I'm just about to just be grateful to be in that space. And it's like, I want you to want to work with me. I want you to want that.
So what's moving forward? What's up with this ICE shit, man?
Are we going back dark?
I mean, not ICE. Was it ICE?
Epstein.
No, Epstein. My bad.
They released 3
Darker.
million pages of documentation.
How do we know this shit is true or not?
Because
Please hold.
it came from the DOJ.
I'm gonna show you right now.
Please hold.
So you see this? This is the website with the full library
But can't they
from the Department of Justice.
still manipulate that or no?
So people can and have been manipulating some documents on like social media. So what I would advise everybody to do is like actually go to the DOJ if you want to look at some of the records and like who was actually named, because I think there were certain people that were named and like they fact checked it and they weren't on the list or in the manner that they were.
Yeah, so there's a few things going on also with the Epstein files. And I think that has been like a code name, right? The Epstein files. There's email documentation for whatever reason them niggas like to email back and forth. They love the paper trail. So there's a lot of that. There's a lot of direct correspondence between Epstein and his cronies. Right, back and forth. There's documentation as far as pictures and things like that, videos that were taken from his property.
That's so hard to believe. Like I can't.
And what also happened is because of the investigation, a hotline was open, and there were tips that came in anonymously and some, shown. After that, it was basically to kind of just give more insight to it. Kind of like when Diddy was on trial, then people were adding to it because it was like an open Pandora's box almost. Those are not necessarily considered Epstein files in the same way because they're not direct correspondence from him and his people. Those are a lot of tips. It's that allegations that were in that. So Jay-Z and Pusha T were some of the people that were named through that anonymous tip line in 2019, just for reference.
Yeah, man, this shit is crazy. So do y'all think, before we even get into the actual files, do y'all think, I'm not really a conspiracy theorist, but like this can be some sort of distraction of
What's going on in the world?
What's going on? Because why do we, if they're not, I think I've seen.
I hate that people act like we can't walk and chew bubblegum at the same time.
That's what I will say.
But if we're not, I seen, my bad, Janine, I'm gonna let you go. But I think I've seen celebrities say this. If these people aren't getting arrested or dealing with like some type of legal system, why do we care? Like, why do we care about this?
As far as the distraction point, I don't like the idea of this is a distraction because I think it takes away the validity. For example, this is a dumb example, but this is what it is. When Nipsey died, people created conspiracies around his death, right? He actually died because he was making a documentary about Dr. Sebi. Whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean. And this is actually a distraction because what they're doing is this, and this. I think the nigga just kind of just died. You know what I mean? Like, let's kind of just focus on what's actually happening. And I think that, like I said, just takes the validity away from these things happening.
I'm not gonna give you that one because we said the same shit with the Diddy shit when Pac was killed, Biggie was killed. Everybody was saying, "Oh, Diddy did it." Now this fucking documentary come out 20 years later. Everybody like, Diddy did that shit.
No, not being a distraction.
Like, no. I'm talking about not the distraction part, but even her saying like people were saying the conspiracy of him dying because of the whole Dr. Sebi situation. Like I'm saying, like people are trying to give validity to the things that they believe. So I feel like
I think it comes from nothing. Also, that's the thing.
That's your opinion. They say the same shit about the Diddy situation about it coming from nothing. Like
yes, but then we have people saying that and Bill Cosby, the only reason he was went to jail because he was trying to buy NBC. Where are these things coming from? You can't just
the Diddy thing that ain't coming from nothing. Like
that's what I'm saying.
No. The point that I'm making,
but there's no validity to that. That doesn't make any sense. Is what I'm saying. Your opinion of something can just be that your opinion, right?
That's fine.
But if your opinion is coming from nothingness, if you're just pulling it, like I just feel like this, I am not going to take that because there's opinions and then there's things that we know and we can verify. There is no reason why I would take someone's opinion over verifiable things in this day and age because you can feel and think whatever you want. And so there are people currently now who are actively trying to say that anything that has anything to do with Epstein is completely made up because it's distracting us from the equals.
So
no, that's fine.
Is, what is it called? I think I was talking to you about this. Like dog, like sometimes you get You can put food in front of a dog. I think I talked to you about this.
Pavlov's dog.
Yeah.
He's training them to think a certain way.
Yeah.
To behave.
When I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking in that way because we do have like this whole ICE thing going on. There's a lot of things going on. So it's like, yo, this can distract the people of what's really going on. Like, is that the same thing?
No. You talking about creating a behavior in somebody by constantly training them to do something. That's just like contrived situations.
But not even that, because even when we talk about Freddie Gray, right? Like some people said that was like Pavlov. I was like, no, it wasn't. It wasn't that.
Are you talking about making it a normal thing for us?
So I had this. I'm gonna drop the interview this week. So I was talking to this therapist, right? And she was basically saying like the act was real, right? Like hypothetically, Freddie Gray was real.
Yes.
But having so much, like having the spotlight on it so much was the distraction.
Yeah,
So
but that's not Pavlov's dogs, though.
But I will agree to that. So the way in which news and media works, absolutely, it kind of works on what is popular right now. So the way in which mainstream news is operating right now, it's operating based off of an entertainment basis. The moment that news turned into a 24-hour cycle, it turned into entertainment media. And because it's entertainment media, it's hyper fixated on the extremes. A clear example is when you watch the news consistently, it will train you to feel as though crime is up, right? It's this fallacy that crime is up. We have high crime rates, when in actuality, crime rates have consistently been going down since like the 80s or 90s. But because you're watching the news, it will make you feel as though all of these things are happening coincidentally. But it's just framing. And that's the way that news and media is supposed to be. When you study news media, you learn how to frame a story, right? And it's not because you're trying to twist it and make it sound fake, but you have to learn how to frame a story so that it captures people, right? And what I think we're having an issue with right now is we're being inundated with so much news all at once. And so it's kind of like, let's pick the ones that are most entertaining for people. And a conspiracy as big as the Epstein files is huge because it's the possibility, the idea that it's this underworld of celebrities and politicians doing all this, that is exciting people. And I don't think they even realize how they feel that they're being excited by it. You know what I mean? Like, and it's disgusting, but at the same time, we are creatures of entertainment. We are the same people who watch Scandal, damn, How to Get Away with Murder, damn, all these shows. And so now we're like, I knew it, especially those people who believe in this idea of like the Illuminati and all this. I knew it. I knew these celebrities were eating babies and all these things. So I think it's feeding into that level of fear tactics. And I always say this about conspiracy theories. Sometimes we create conspiracy theories because we don't know a piece, right? And so conspiracy theories make us feel a level of comfort, weirdly enough. It's weird, it's strange.
Because it gives us an answer.
And sometimes we amp it up when we don't have to because it's already bad.
But sometimes two things can exist. So yes, there could be propaganda and it could be a narrative being pushed, right? But at the same time, it's just like when they say like, oh, crimes are like black on black crime. Like, yes, there's white on white crime happening, there's crime happening all over, right? But that don't mean that just because I showed this crime, the fact that I can show it means that it did happen. So I think even when it comes to like the conspiracy theories of it all, like a lot of things we don't have an answer to. People, all of them is an idea or an opinion or a thought that came up and somebody researched and then you find this, anything is a theory until it's proven, right? So yes, there are viable facts that can show one thing, and maybe this is a theory and a thought. And maybe once people do research and things are revealed later, in 20 years, I'm glad this is recorded. In 20 years, we can come back and say, did it or did it not happen? You know what I mean? But I don't think that it negates from the fact that the theories could possibly be true. At the end of the day, we don't know.
So 20 minutes left, right? Let's get into it. I just want to let y'all know.
Good job, Jay.
Nah, because the
camera's about to die.
No, I'm with you.
About the actual files.
So that's what I was about to say. So conspiracy theories aside, here's what we do know.
The facts of the matter.
But I wasn't saying that this is a conspiracy, by the way. I don't know if that was...
Yeah, no. You asked
I didn't know if that was being tracked. I just...
Oh, yes. But so names that are on the list. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, formerly known as
Prince Andrew.
Prince Andrew on the list. Elon Musk on the list.
Bitch.
Richard Branson,
She
founder,
hate Elon.
billionaire founder of the Virgin Group, on the list. Stephen Titch,
Who that?
co-owner of the New York Giants, on the list.
Mm.
Casey Wasserman, the president of the committee for the 2028 Summer Olympics in Los Angeles,
God damn.
on the list.
On the list doing what?
That's what I'm about to say. This is the thing, though. They on the list, but we don't know what they doing on this goddamn list. Like, what was you doing?
The list is compiled of people that frequented the island.
Not necessarily. This one, like Casey Wasserman, they had emails.
Yeah, I
They
was
were
gonna
part of
say,
the
or-
emails.
or-
So this is the people that are just a part of emails. We don't know necessarily.
There's like the people who frequented the islands, who were in cahoots.
Can you say some names of people we know?
My
Shit.
point, so they go to the island. So the island was, because back to my original point, the island was specifically for sex trafficking of children.
No, and that's what's tricky about it,
Mhm.
and that's why it's not just the end all be all. He also had a lot of industry parties. He also had a lot of events where a lot of
Diddy shit going on.
similar to like a Clive Davis Grammy party, right? Like
Or a
Clive
Diddy
Davis may
party.
not.
Stop. What the fuck
Clive
is wrong
Davis
with
may
you?
not even be there, but it's a party that happens every year, right?
Mhm.
Where a lot of people from the industry go, and it's a huge thing, right? Epstein had events similar to that. So just being on the island in and of itself is not necessarily an admission of guilt. It does look bad, however, considering he was trafficking children.
Fucking kids.
Yes.
So how long did we know that he was trafficking? Like,
Did you watch his the documentary?
No.
I would encourage you watch that. I need to go actually rewatch it because
I do too.
But they kind of talked
look it
about
up.
his
Let me look it
like how he came to be. Basically, he's like a big ass scam artist, like Ponzi
Okay.
scheme type shit.
like the Firefest nigga.
Kind of like Bernie Madoff, but like
Just not
Oh,
even, like,
Firefest times 10.
times 10. He
Who-
was
I'm about to
very
say
powerful.
Firefest was
Yeah, he was very powerful. He had a lot of money, but that's how he.
and they
got
would like
his start.
have the
He was
young girls
scamming.
do like modeling.
So is it fair? I'm gonna ask you specifically.
his initial
I'm
indictment.
gonna ask you specifically. Is it fair that I don't care? I don't want to hear about nobody else on this if you ain't, because at this, like, for me, because trafficking kids is such a big thing for me. If they don't have no concrete facts, I just don't want to. I don't care. I don't want to hear about them like said he was on the island. Because if you went to a party,
Well,
I don't care.
that's the thing with these documents. That's the thing. The documents is everything, because you have to think about this is a federal investigation. And so the federal investigation, they're taking every bit of evidence they have. So if you was on that bitch, you on the list or whatever. So right now what's happening, the issue is when he was on trial, the nigga came up dead. That's why we're here, right? He was on trial for all of this to figure out all the things. That nigga is gone.
Yeah.
That's crazy because that was a video that I was just watching. Like they have a video of like the day that he passed to kind of show that nobody did it. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you
AI,
something.
AI is crazy. I didn't see AI do some
Right.
magnificent things in this area. That's just my conspiracy theory. But it's just crazy because
You with that conspiracy theory, Jamila?
the
I think
first
that-
case.
I don't even think that's a conspiracy theory. There's just,
See, now
we
when
don't
you
know.
believe in it, it's not a conspiracy theory. You see how that goes?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
So-
we don't know. A theory would be me. A conspiracy theory is me saying exactly what I'm placing together. I don't. There's weird circumstances behind his death. That's just a fact.
You think it was foul? I mean, they could have been foul play.
It could have been, but they said they ruled it a suicide. So to say it's weird circumstances or
They
not,
ruled Sandra Bland a suicide.
I get it. But what
I
I'm
think
saying
Chris
is
Whitey was
you
suicide,
don't
too.
know. So at the end of the day, it's still a theory. Until
Yeah,
the facts are proven, it's a theory,
to,
babe.
To the list.
But what makes something a
Not to
conspiracy
the list,
theory
but-
specifically is the amount of people in a systemic issue, if that makes sense. A
does.
conspiracy theory isn't just me thinking like, something random happened, right? Like if someone died and me thinking like there's, weird circumstance behind someone's death is not necessarily a conspiracy theory. Me thinking that the moon landing is fake is a conspiracy theory because of how many people had to be involved in it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's two different things. As far as with him, because there's so many people involved, you creating a explanation is the conspiracy theory. Me saying that there's circumstances behind his death that don't make sense is itself not the conspiracy theory. Does that make sense?
No, I know it. I know.
Yeah.
I'm going to these files. I just think, I don't know, him molesting kids on his island, trafficking kids on his island. You know how I feel. I was a big R. Kelly fan. I don't fuck with R. Kelly because of that shit. And I do think you can separate
The artist from the art.
I do.
Yeah,
But that R. Kelly shit, I just think kids, bro, ain't no ifs, ands, or buts, ain't no excuse, no nothing. So it's like, if you know this man is doing some shit with kids, bro, and you partying with him.
But that's the point, though. They don't all know. So that's why.
That's my point, like, it's like, yo, I don't want to hear.
Because we don't know until they go through the files.
I think that's why they can't open the files, because the public, everything was redacted.
Okay.
Especially when that nigga died. So now we're kind of like, well, what the fuck? And what happened with Ghislaine?
Did she get off?
She's in jail.
Okay.
She got sentenced to 20 years.
Okay, yeah, and it's just like we don't have enough information. So the public, and it was agreed by Congress to open the file so that we, the public, can have more information.
That thing got off easy. I ain't gonna lie to you, boy. I'll tell you that one. I think Meek Mill said this a while ago. Like, these niggas don't deserve to die, bro. Niggas need to be in jail. Need to get their ass whooped for days on end.
They should just be tortured. I just tweeted that. I was like, I feel like the death penalty should just be for police officers who just be killing people.
Like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to sound cruel, bro, but kids, bro, that's crazy, bro. Like, I don't fuck with that, bro. Like, bro.
I mean, there's actually nothing, like, there's no justifiable thing that you could, like, no. Like,
there's never a reason.
It's unfortunate because you're
deep it went. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were literally pulling children, kidnapping children to this island specifically for that, bringing people, having them pay for this. Like, that is sick.
Bro, as a person in general, but especially as a rich man.
Yep.
To molest a kid, bro. You mean tell me all these women in the world.
Death to all of them.
All these women in the world, you can't find them. Well, I'm pretty sure girls is willing to do anything for money.
It's not about that, though.
So what do you think it's about, though?
Bro,
I think it's about power.
But that's even that. I'm about to say that's just.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the
rape.
Oh, I'll give you that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Rape isn't about the sexual pleasure. Right. That's why when people have this conversation about like, oh, why would this person? You could get any bitch you want. It's because that's not what it's about. It's about a level of power that you get over this person. They're sadistic. That's what they are.
And the thing about it is, you have no way of proving that until it's done.
Is it okay? I don't know if I want to have this right now. Right.
Okay.
Is it a conversation that I might be overlooking of, like, because we talk about getting people help?
That's what I just said. It's something that you can't even prove it until it's done.
No, not.
Like,
I'm saying, like, people that's really like that is proven. Like, should it be a conversation of getting them help so they no longer think like that?
Like,
if we agree with it or not. I'm mature, I guess.
How do you reintroduce somebody like that into society?
So
or is there a word you
there
can?
are
shock therapy.
There are psychiatrists out there that absolutely are probably doing research for that, and I think that's for them to do, not for me.
Okay.
I don't need to have grace for people who victimize children, and I don't think really that's our responsibility right now, especially considering we're not even a place where children are believed a lot of times. So I'm not going to spend my resources and my power that I have and my platform
to try to help with motherfuckers.
I don't give a fuck because you have the power. Remember I said children are oppressed. You want to know a fun fact? I know you guys are not going to be ready for this because y'all wasn't even ready for the oppression. Children are actually the most oppressed group of people.
I honestly didn't see the misunderstanding of that.
You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of but yes, children are the most oppressed. And so thinking about these sexual crimes in this way, I don't have the capacity, even as a prison abolitionist myself, I don't have the capacity to even dive into the level of grace that you have to have for that because I can't. So
what's the conversation we need to be having about that? Because I might be missing. I haven't really paid attention to the files. I know I've seen the molestation.
I truly don't know because I don't really know what's happening legally right now because, again, Epstein is gone. So, okay, he's out of the picture. Allegedly, here's land. But what now? So if we see that, and Musk thirsty ass, this nigga was begging in every motherfucking email, begging, what you got for me now, G? Like, what are we doing? You know? So I don't know at this point what it's for because if we're now getting everything redacted.
Didn't he just drop a few tweets?
I don't think
was that Elon Musk?
I'm sure he did.
The justice that we're looking for is going to come under this administration, clearly.
I don't think it's going to come at all.
Because...
And I think we have to maybe reassess what justice means.
I can read it.
Did y'all see this? Did you see this?
What is it?
Elon Musk's response to the files, his name being on the files.
What did he say?
He said, I have never been to any Epstein parties ever and have many times called for the prosecution of those who have committed crimes with Epstein. The acid test for justice is not the release of the files, but rather the prosecution of those who committed heinous crimes with Epstein.
That's it?
Nope.
Oh.
He says somebody had responded and said Elon Musk had been the loudest public voice demanding for the release of the files and accountability for all involved. And it says not a single Epstein client has been prosecuted. And then that's what somebody else said. He responded to them by saying, what matters is not the release of the He said the same thing, basically. What matters is not the release of the subset of the Epstein files, but rather the prosecution of those who committed the heinous crimes. And then he kept.
So he ain't say nothing about why he was in the emails begging to get on the island.
He said he's never been to the party.
Yeah, but he didn't say why he was asking to go to the parties. What you wanted to go for?
He doesn't address it here. Somebody else commented.
It's one of those things where
this is
I'm like tapped.
It looks like they
like
pulled the ones that he.
I don't know what to think. I genuinely don't know because we already know how
It is tricky.
involved our government is in certain things, and I mean the simple fact that COINTELPRO was a thing.
COINTEL? Oh yeah.
That has completely disintegrated my trust in our government to be of any type of benefit to us, right? And to know just how far they will go.
Can you break it down for people that don't know what COINTEL was?
Hoover, who also has black blood, I will always let that fact go in there. Yes, Hoover had a little bit of blackness.
She gets on my fucking nerves, right?
Essentially created a program with the CIA. He was the head of the CIA at the time. He created COINTELPRO, which was essentially a program to infiltrate black movements, specifically the Black Panther Party. They had spies and that would infiltrate the movement to essentially extract information and to pull it down.
Like black.
Some black, some not. One of the leaders,
Ku Klux Klan,
one of the leaders of the Black Panther Party, who was actually an Asian American, he became some level of chairman. He ended up retiring. At some point, he came out and let everybody know that I was an informant this entire time.
Yeah, so
there was plenty of people.
COINTELPRO was a counterintelligence program with a series of covert, often illegal FBI projects from 1956 to 1971 designed to surveil, infiltrate, and disrupt domestic political organizations.
That's why we gotta be careful who we let in our circles, man.
So I mean, communist parties, Ku Klux Klan, socialist workers parties, and Black Panther.
Inviting these niggas
Black
to the
Panther
cookout.
Party were some of the targets, but I think there are more. I believe that there were more organizations.
So I guess what's the conversation that we need to have?
My point, the reason I had brought that up is knowing what COINTELPRO did specifically to the Black Panther Party, essentially is why they ceased operations. Essentially, that's why Fred Hampton was killed in his home, right? So just knowing what the government itself would allow in that moment, there's a distrust that Black folks have, myself included, that it's hard. It's going to be hard to be undone. I've seen what our government will do.
And that's the only reason why I was asking about the quote unquote conspiracy or distraction piece of it, because we seen all this stuff that's happening with ICE. And of course, if we drop these Epstein files that, like, again, even agree with Elon Musk or not, if y'all not convicting these people that's on the damn list and that y'all caught doing stuff or didn't, you know what I'm saying?
But I don't know if it can serve as a distraction when Trump is a part of the Epstein shit and a part of the ICE shit.
I was going to say, the thing is, think about who we have as president right now. So yes, he's president now, but God willing, he won't always be president, right? If we believe that the Constitution will mean something, in the next couple of years, then he won't be president. And so what happens next? I do think that, relatively speaking, taking the redaction away and releasing these is, for the most part, a good thing. It's forward, right? Because it doesn't, as of right now, them niggas are still at large, right? And no, there are no warrants, but if we get the right people in office, it could be. Okay. But it's still, I'm not saying that like I'm just like elated. Yeah, like I'm not elated, like, oh my gosh, like we finally got, it doesn't feel like progress right now, but I do think it could possibly be that at some point. But it's
a baby step, not a step.
And that you got to have a whole lot of trust in the government. The thing is, and that's why I said a little bit earlier, like, I think what we need to do as a people is start to reframe what we think justice means. I don't know if y'all saw Sonia Massey's killer, cop, was just sentenced to 20 years. And for some people, it's like, got him. But it's like, what did we get?
Mm-hmm.
She's dead. She's gone.
Mm-hmm.
He got 20 years. Okay, now what? 2 people just got killed by, actually, I believe 9 people so far this year have been killed by ICE. So what? So I'm not saying that we shouldn't continue to prosecute. I'm saying, what does justice really look like? For me, justice is reform, period.
Nah, man, this is good, man. I think we had some good, what we call it, light and dark moments.
Very much like in dark
Right.
moments. I don't even know what episode this is. Episode 46, 7.
I feel like y'all said 47 3 weeks in a row.
No, we said 45 3 weeks ago.
Okay. I knew I wasn't tricking. It was a number that kept me. All right.
I think it's 47.
Goddamn, 47.
Now we said 45 3 weeks in a row. And we still on 46 now.
I asked, Jamila, you trying to do a live show? She wait. I just think.
Why are you whispering? Nigga, I can hear you. What did I say?
And into the mic at that. Like,
Yeah, that's Jamila. We're going to do a live show, but no, it's not going to be next week, nigga. It's going to be when I get these new tits.
show off then.
No, man, this is good, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I might lead us up here, man. 100% better. 47. We out.
From the dungeon to the den.
From the dungeon to the den. We out, man.
Period.